Oh, fuck! I got to carry you over the threshold.
That went right up my bum.
Context, Murry Curry's climbed over the sofa.
Oh, you started!
Oh, I can cut it from wherever.
Don't do that. No.
Just
Start from the who.
Episode 60, what?
start from the
64!
Alright.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Okay, right, ready?
Sounds
You're not going to do that, are you?
180. I'd love it if we made it that much. That would be literally
That'll be in
double where we are now.
2087 when we're all dead.
Yeah, probably.
Right,
Unless
Ready?
science.
Oh, okay.
I'm ready.
I think we'll start because it's getting crazy. Right, ready?
Yep.
Chocolate coins. Ow. What the fuck was that? Around my finger.
Yeah.
Right, ready? Hello.
Oh, we're doing one of these.
Hello.
Oh, it's quite
Hello.
nostalgic, isn't it?
Hello and welcome to the Lucky Hit Podcast.
Hello.
All right, welcome to the Lucky Hit Podcast. Hey, it's your boy.
It's your cricket. It's your little cricket.
What is that?
You don't want to know.
That, yeah, let's...
we won't go into that.
It's your boy, boy.
boy.
Anyway, yeah.
Welcome
Lucky Hit.
to another Lucky Hit Podcast for the first
Another
time
one.
in ages.
Yeah, it's probably a bit of a habit. Every podcast we have to say, oh, it's been like 2 years since the last one. But we've got plans to try and make it so we can get more out quicker.
Yep. Stuff is changing. Not stuff are changing, stuff is changing.
More podcasts to be coming at you
More
live
has
through the
changed.
power
Yeah.
of the internet. Yeah, it'll be good. Anyway, 64 on it?
Number 64.
Number Nintendo 64.
There we go.
my god! Nintendo 64!
Is that the clip with the two kids?
Actually, it's
Yeah.
Commodore 64.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's the Atari Jaguar. This whole podcast is going to be about the Atari Jaguar.
Yeah,
64.
it's about
The
time.
first 64-bit console.
That's me out then. Anyway, I'm Phil, FlattheYounger. It's been a long time, pals.
All right. I'm Murry Curry. I'm Tom.
ShelvedGamer.
Hey, it's Joe Newhead, real name Andrew.
Cherry Terrier.
And the Gagaman.
Yeah, and 5cm Prince in the kitchen being
it's just like...
being distant and weird.
Being what?
Oh, there it is.
Fight!
Are you in this or not? What are you doing in the kitchen?
I'm doing a craft project for the little one.
Make craft beer for school now.
I only wish.
Yeah.
I'll have to make a box.
Start them young.
Cool. Alright.
So, yeah.
What did we used to do on these?
I don't know. It's been so long.
Bing bong, something like that. Something about that.
Oh, God.
So, yeah. How about we talk about what we've been playing lately and who wants to go first? Who is it? Me.
Well, since you suggested it, Murry Curry, you go ahead.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, for Christ. All right, well...
Anyway, that's enough
Know
of
what
that
you can
bollocks.
say, don't we, Tom?
What?
You
What?
can say.
Dickhead. Right, well, yeah, Murry Curry here.
There he is.
I'm here to see.
Something.
I like to play games almost every day.
Ah, that took you a while.
Yeah, sorry. I've had a drink. I've mostly been playing GTA Online.
It's like it's never
Nothing
changed.
changes. War never changes.
For the last, 4 years of my life.
It's the 5th.
Are you still really playing
Today
that?
of recording.
They just won't stop making updates.
Mhm.
So, yeah, the latest update is the After Hours update, which is where you get to like purchase
After
a
8
nightclub.
update.
Yeah.
Minty.
You're only allowed to play it after 8.
I need a curfew with that game. It's getting silly now. Yeah, basically you can purchase a nightclub, and then for some reason Laszlo lives there. But I thought, nightclubs.
Is there such a thing as a day club?
Yeah.
Good.
School.
Well,
and just nightclubs aren't really
bit
my
weird
scene.
when adults hang out at schools, but isn't it, Rick?
Yeah, they only do it every so often. It's parents' evening.
Yes.
Yeah, like nightclubs aren't really my thing, and I thought, oh, you know, I'm not gonna like this update. But no, actually, it's cleverly
It's got hidden
disguised.
depths, man.
Well, yeah, it's cleverly disguised as one of the coolest things in the entire game, like ever. You basically, your nightclub acts as like a front for an underground bond layer of stuff going on
Oh,
underneath.
it's that one.
Yeah. And basically, like you get,
I heard of
it kind of rewards you for keeping up with all the other updates, which I've
Does that mean
just
John
about.
Cleese gives you cool gadgets?
Shut up! I've just about managed to keep up to date with it because they've had a lot of big updates quite recently over the last few years, to the point where you had to sink millions in the game, and it gets really hard to
Real
keep up
money.
with it.
Real
But
money.
just about managed to do it, and because of it, if you get all the other businesses that have come out, you can now through the nightclub. It's kind of awkward to explain, but through the nightclub's sort of hidden system, you can have them all working autonomously. So I mean, you have to be online, but your technicians will gather stuff for you over time, and then you can just come back every so often and go, I'm going to sell that lot and make silly money. And it's
Real money.
It's real. Well, funny you should say
Crazy
that.
money.
I was looking up just this morning actually, the microtransaction costs for the money in the game. It's ridiculous. It's like 100 grand in the game, which really isn't that much. It's like £2 to buy.
There's not a bad conversion rate when you think about it.
Yeah. It's
Well,
better
yeah,
than
but
like
if
Canadian
I could-
dollars.
If I could do that thing that some mobile games do, where where you can sell your profile, I bet it might be worth a fortune.
They do like 12 quid or something.
No,
I've
the
often
amount
wondered-
of stuff I've bought and the silly literally thousands of hours I've put into that game. If I could, and I would, believe me, I could sell it for it would be worth a load.
It would justify all that time.
I could do with it
just
now.
Technically a job. It was technically a job the whole time.
Really bad paint job.
It's felt
Yeah,
like,
really
it has
bad
felt
paint
like
job.
it sometimes. It really has. But
yeah.
yeah, this latest update has been an absolute joy. Like really fun to log in and just
Joy.
make loads of money.
Yeah, I've often wondered with my Dokkan Battle account on my phone, like just how much crazy money I'd make off of that.
Isn't that one that
'Cause
you
I'm
can actually
still-
do it as well?
Well, there's like websites to work it out and stuff, but
Yeah.
the game's
No, but will
meta
anyone
keeps
can
changing,
it
so-
actually be done? Can someone actually
You
buy it?
can sell your account,
that's
yeah,
it,
but
yeah.
I don't think I ever would because I do it every day. I put so much work into it, but not very much money. Like the odd sale, I'll buy like £2 for like a bunch of Dragonstones and stuff.
You see, now here's the
But,
thing. I mean, the downside is I've had to spend thousands of real world hours, but I've never put a penny into GTA Online.
blimey.
It sucks
Yeah.
sometimes.
I would say I'm like at least 95% free to play, and I've got just some of the best stuff that people have sunk like literally thousands of real money in to try and like you see the streamers, they'll buy thousands of Dragonstones and it's like £43.99 for 91 Dragonstones and they have 3,000, so that's a lot of fucking money. And they're sinking away and they're trying to get the card that I got 2 of for free and they're not getting it, and I'm just like wow. Yeah, because I not so much compete, but I sort of compare with Richard, my pal, and he's always like, "I hate you and your luck." He's just like, "Oh yeah, the new freezer card came out. I got 2 of him."
You
I
want
wipe
to,
my arse
do you want
with
to
one of
caress
them.
them?
I want to caress them.
With my digital card.
It's Dokkan. It's like
Oh,
the
yeah.
Dragon Ball equivalent of Pokemon Go. And
Oh,
it's not really. It's not like augmented reality or anything. It's it's good. It's collect 'em and win. But I finally met some other people that play it a little while ago, and I was like,
Oh,
right,
okay.
I'm going to see if I actually am that lucky. So I showed them my box, as it's called, the character box, and they were like, "This fucking got. How did you get that? How much money did you spend on that?" I was like, "0. Fuck off! Fuck off! Look at this. He's got that one." I was like,
Actually, get out.
They showed me
Leave
theirs, and
now.
it was pathetic. And I was like, "How long have you been playing? 4 years?" I was like,
How much have you
That's
spent?
all you've
3
got.
grand. I'm almost bankrupt.
"Yeah, they had some."
I've got
shit
bailiffs
cards."
coming in tomorrow.
Just my luck's crazy on that. I love it. Constantly annoys Richard, which makes me grin. He's got like 1 card that I don't, and I've got like probably about 40 that he does.
Bloody hell.
But yeah,
sorry.
sorry.
I've been doing that, and I've been playing another game that I thought was really interesting. It's just come out on the Switch, but it's been out on other consoles for a couple of weeks, I think. It's called The Spectrum Retreat. It's kind of like one of those, if there is a genre for it, sort of like a Portal puzzler where you like use physics, and it's about absorbing colours from blocks, and like you get colours let you through gates, and it gets really complicated really quickly.
Is it like a first person thing where you're like shooting the colours?
It's even got a function where you can restart each of the levels because you can get yourself stuck.
First person puzzler or something like that. That genre needs a name at this point.
That's the
There's
thing.
been quite a few.
That's why I'm saying
Maps.
Portal puzzler, because
Puzzle
it just.
But that means it would have to be scrolling along. It'd have to be like, yeah.
But I'm going to not say too much about that because I'm literally working on my review right now. Like I was
You solve a puzzle and it just goes go to the next one.
And yeah, like I was literally capping some footage and writing some notes today, so I'm going to just leave it there for now, and that's what I'm playing.
Awesome. Just on the subject of the whole Portal thing, I found a really good ROM hack once. It was just called Mario with a Portal gun.
I saw
And it was like
yeah.
Mario Maker. Like this was years
Oh wow,
ago.
okay.
And it was really like that. Like sort
Was
of done
it
by
Mario
Squares.
World hack or?
I think it was.
Super Mario
Yeah.
Brothers 1.
Yeah, I saw you play
I
it.
think the one I played was like more than like a bit like Mario Maker. You could change the type of game. I think.
okay.
Oh,
But I made some crazy.
or maybe it
good
was
levels.
a fan game then.
Yeah, but it was definitely like a fan ROM hack.
It
thing.
worked
Yeah.
too well. I
It
remember.
was so
It was
good.
Oh,
just
wow.
so
Do you remember the levels I made?
Yeah.
They were really intricate, like with the portals and stuff, and you had this gel that makes you go quicker, and it was good.
Yeah, I remember that. I think that's been around for a little while, but I don't really see that many people talking about it anymore.
good.
I wonder if Nintendo had something to do with that.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. Just shoved it under the rug. No one knows.
But yeah, definitely if you can look that up because that was really.
We got
fun.
content ID just for mentioning it.
Yeah, I won't go next with the what have you been playing because
Just,
I thought you were.
you know.
I mean I can, but it's not that much really to talk about. And I've been a bit busy with life and crap to even really.
What
play
I've
that.
been playing is in the same, hasn't it? So if I,
I suppose so. Yeah.
I think we can bring it up together. I guess we both been playing a lot of Dragon Quest.
Yeah, we've been playing Dragon Quest
yeah.
11, which has been fantastic.
Oh, so good.
8 was my favourite, but now I think it has to be 11 maybe.
Really?
Just-
Wow, that soon. It's only been
I
out.
so hugely recommend this game, like because, as you know, I've been whinging about how much work I've been doing lately, short-staffed and all that. So I haven't had much free time. So when I do get a bit of free time and I've got time to play it, I've been playing it pretty much non-stop. I've had about 3 days to actually sit down and play it, and I've already sunk 40 hours in. So that's going pretty well, and it is so. You can't put it down, really, can you?
I know. I only put it down because I finished it. That's the other reason.
You haven't, though. You haven't done the post-game shit.
I will be going back for the post game, yeah. Because I did with Dragon Quest 8,
Yeah.
and yeah,
You've got to.
it's hard for me whether I like Dragon Quest 8 more or this one. I think this one mechanically is the best one.
Yeah, definitely. This one, there's so much, like, there's a dash button, which just already
And the
alleviates so much walking around. No random battles, so if you don't want to, you don't have to.
Oh, is it
battle.
like all the monsters are in the world and you just
Yeah.
walk up to them?
Yeah.
Kind of like the most recent
You do the
Final
whole thing,
Fantasy
you hit
and
your
stuff
sword.
like that.
Yeah. Well, Dragon Quest 9 on the 3DS had that as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And,
And like you have a skill system in the
Yeah.
game, but you can spend money to reset them. So
yeah,
you don't,
you're
like-
finally not locked into your skill set anymore. If you
Okay.
decide, I don't really want to use Swords of Him anymore, just go to the church and spend some money and you can spend your points elsewhere.
like real churches.
Bloody great. So I've been playing that, and other than that, I always play Dokkan when I can. So on my lunch break, I'll do a few levels. And all that
Slogan.
stuff. When I do can.
I could
What
Dokkan.
Nintendo don't? Or Nintendo can't.
That works.
Other than that, I went through a stint of. I won't go into too many life details, but I had a period between jobs for about 4 or 5 weeks. Brilliant. That's a lot of blood. For about 5 weeks where I was basically just job searching and being miserable. But in that time, I played so many Stalker ROMs. Not ROMs, what am I about? Mods.
Oh, okay.
I played Misery. I played Lost Alpha. I I think the one I got that I really liked the most was called Call of Chernobyl.
Oh, I know that one.
It's like an open world. They've made a sandbox stalker game, and they've
Is that
even
like Call of Pripyat by way of Chernobyl?
Yeah,
It's-
they managed
it's
to
all of the
recreate
areas
all
from
the
all
original
of the
maps.
games.
Yeah,
Bloody
didn't
hell.
they? Yeah.
all the areas,
Just
all
mashed
of the
them all together.
NPCs that you know and love or hate.
Hello.
And there's even a companion system. You can just walk up to people you're friendly with and go, "Want to come with me?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure."
And they
And
go,
you
no,
actually
get
get
out of here,
followers.
stalker.
It's so bloody cool.
Huh.
Anyway,
So yeah,
let's
I
make
played a
guitar.
lot of that. And then I played Skyrim Special Edition and modded that to absolute buggery. And that was fun.
Oh, you need to get the Carl Pilkington follower mod.
Oh wow!
So
What?
well done, it's unbelievable.
Seriously?
They got all his quotes, including when he gets in battle and someone hits him, he goes, "Fucking hell!"
I could eat another
And, like, he does a critical hit, he goes, "Twat!" It's so good.
That sounds like the best
And you
mod
can
ever.
just stop in the middle of adventure, and he'll just rattle off like whole quotes.
They've just got like a whole
Yeah.
podcast.
Like
That's a good
moaning alive
surprise
to you
off your belly.
abroad. Honestly, I need to show you some video clips of it. But what happened was on the PC version, they managed to sort of clamp it down for some reason. But
Oh.
on
But
the
it's on the
console
console.
version, you can still find it.
Yeah, see,
Oh.
the console version, I get a problem that, from what I can tell, pretty much everybody
Oh, let me
gets.
guess. Log
It's
into
a-
the
cannot log into
yeah.
Bethesda.net, and there's
Ah.
nothing you can do
Useless,
about
that
it.
system.
I spent hours getting
sucks.
frustrated until I realised that the PC that Rick sold me a couple of years ago is actually a lot better than I thought it was, and can run that game perfectly well.
Oh,
Like,
good.
and I mean in like high settings with 60 frames.
Yeah.
So that's also why I got the Steam port of Dragon Quest XI. I've got to say, it's running so
Oh wow,
well.
it's on Steam as well.
There's no frame
Yeah.
drops, there's no visual anything.
Oh,
It's
I didn't think it would be on Steam.
all on the highest. Yeah, it's the first Dragon Quest game on,
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
on PCs. Like,
And
in
it's
the
coming
works.
to Switch eventually.
Oh,
Oh,
wow,
it is?
really?
Yeah, TV,
I heard
yeah.
Awesome.
that they keep sort of like muttering about it, but they haven't really.
Honestly,
shown
though,
much
I know
of it,
you don't really
if
play
anything.
JRPGs, Tom, but
I do.
play Dragon Quest. I know, but you don't go mental for them, and neither
Yeah.
do I.
It's a
Like,
shame we're never going to get the 3DS one.
No, I
'Cause
know,
did you
that
see
makes
what they
me
were
sad.
doing with that? It was like 3D on the top screen and 2D on the
Oh,
like
wow.
8-bit on the
At the
bottom
Super
screen at
Nintendo.
the same time. So you're just playing both
Oh,
styles
yeah,
at
cool.
the same time.
The 16-bit Super Nintendo
but yeah,
version.
play
of
11. You'll
Yeah.
love it. It's so
Yeah.
good. So good.
Dragon Quest is one of those series I really want to get into.
It's so adorable.
eight.
At
And
all
what I
times,
saw as
it's
well, they've all
Friday.
still got British accents as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why, just 8
Oh,
just
the
looks like
accents.
my thing.
Yeah, 8
Yeah,
still
8
my
was
favourite.
fantastic, and 11 is on par, if not better. For me, I think it's better than 8, but
Wow.
it's a close
That's
one.
high praise.
Yeah, I know. 8 was. You remember in one of the podcasts I was banging on about 8 for ages.
That's
Yeah.
my favourite PS2 game, so.
Yeah, same here. So yeah, Dragon Quest continues to knock it out the park. Like, as far as I can tell, they haven't had a bad game
That's
yet.
a really good
Hmm.
question.
It was good.
Hmm.
What's a good question?
Like, favourite PS2 game? That's really tricky for me.
White Fan Racer.
What?
White Fan Racer, there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
That's the one.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that was good.
BMX XX.
Oh,
Oh, what's
I
it
forgot
on
that was a
there?
I found it the other day.
Drag
Well, the other
Racer?
last year in CES.
Was it in a
So I was like- no, it's in my. I've got a little.
Was it an alleyway?
Right at the end of my PS2 pile are all the shit games. So I've got like America's 10 Top Wanted.
Oh,
I've got that. I've got
I
it.
have that
Yeah.
shit.
I've got a couple of others, and that one's in there. But I remember I found it. I was like, oh, it was like 50p in CX. I went, brilliant. When I took it up to the guy in the counter gave me the worst. look.
I've had the exact same thing when I picked up Seven Sins. Because
guy
the
was
front
like-
cover is
He
so
looks at me like he was
obnoxious
going
as
to
well.
punch me in the face.
I got the same exact thing. Because when I was picking it up, I was like, I desperately need to find something else to go with it, so I could just put it on top of the other one. I couldn't find anything else.
No,
I
you
had to
should
go
have just
through
gone
a
up and
tool
gone, I'll have this one, please. Are there naked ladies in it?
You know it, bro.
Yeah, you get served by Guru.
Yeah, so you got
Imagine
space
if he
for
was
games,
into-
you got shit like
What's
that.
grooving, bro?
Well, if he ends up in free, he just
I
follows
hope
you to
so.
China.
The worst thing about America's 10 Most Wanted is that the music is written by some guy that was in So Solid Crew.
1% of so-called crew.
Yeah.
He only took up 4 of the 21 seconds.
Thank goodness for that.
I can't see the rest of them from here, but I've got a few others. One of them's the Little Britain game, which
Oh,
is just
no.
an embarrassment
Oh,
to
no.
the gaming industry.
We make a lot of those, don't we?
I've got a few more.
also
but
an
yeah,
embarrassment to
I'm kind
British
of
comedy.
proud of my shit collection.
I'm proud of my shit collection.
I go out of my way to find the horrible games.
Oh, have you got
Yeah, I mean, we've got
Mouse
Cheggers
Not
Party
yet.
Quiz on the Wii.
I want to get all of the.
Oh, yeah.
What are they called?
I'm actually looking
games
forward to
to
playing
do the terrible.
Police?
Is
I've got
it Phoenix?
Phoenix.
You got colours in the house yet?
That's
I found
my
that for
favourite anime.
75p for.
Yeah, favourite.
I bought it there and then.
You got ripped off.
Yeah, that's 50p more than you should have paid for.
75p.
I got it.
What else has people been playing?
With money.
Oh, sorry, can I just very quickly mention, I'm not going to go on about it too much, but I also been playing Dragon Quest, Fire Emblem Heroes.
Oh,
I
nice.
finally have a tab.
Yeah.
And it's really, really good. And I've had, like you say, I've had really good luck with it. Like my first draw, I got Hector, which is the character I wanted. And then after that, I got Lyn, which is the other character I wanted. I was like, right, you're taking the piss. What's going on?
That's how they get
you.
Well, that's it.
The first minute, like, oh, he's the ones you
die.
wanted. Now
Yeah.
you've got to spend another 300 hours trying to get something else you want.
Yeah, exactly. That's how they get you, don't they? I've had quite good luck at the moment. I've had a few legendaries. One thing I will say is everyone has different weapons to what you think they would.
Yeah.
Like Hector's got lances all of a sudden, and Lyn's a bow.
Well, she can use bows.
Yeah, when she
Yeah,
prestiges.
Can she promote?
Well, I guess that's yeah.
Promotes
But,
what
So Hector
and
can't
she's
use
on a
bars.
horse as well.
That's
Oh
Yeah.
god, you like that guy in the cinema?
Me.
Rusty packet.
Okay, so what everyone
Rusty
else-
packets,
Yeah, that's what I
clinky
wanted to
drinks.
say.
Yeah, I've been playing Yakuza 0 on the PC.
Oh,
I really want to get that.
How's it running on PC?
Really well. I have got the PS4 version as well.
Yeah.
But I've bought it on Steam just for convenience.
It was
so-
really cheap on there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I paid
Um,
$10.99 for it.
Bloody hell.
But
What?
Yeah, that was when
Crazy.
when we was doing the E3 sort of coverage, and they announced it, and they said, "Oh, you could pre-order it now." So I did.
And it was
Yeah. Well,
£3.
Yeah. no, $10.99.
Yeah, not $2.99.
Oh, I thought you said you got it for £2.99.
Oh, it's quite £11.
No, Sean's
That's still
like-
good.
It's still pretty
Yakuza
good.
£0.
Ha!
Yeah. Then there was some other compilation that came out for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Shenmue 1 and 2.
Yeah. Oh
Kind
yeah, you
of
didn't mention
wanted to
that.
mention that, but I thought
Yeah.
I haven't been playing it recently.
I thought I was
Well,
more like say it, like put it out there. Yes, I play Shenmue.
Deal with it.
It's good.
Do you know one thing
It's
I
bloody
liked
good.
was, you know, in the arcade now it's HD textures. I can actually see that it is Fantasy Zone that's
Yep.
playing on the little machines.
Oh,
You can actually see it now. It's like, yep, there it is. That's now it doesn't just look like a mess.
Yeah. Not only that, but you can also see Pooh magazine.
Oh yeah.
Pooh magazine in.
You can see it in the Dreamcast, but now it's just a bit more clear. It's just a magazine. It's just called Pooh, like P-O-O.
Alright.
Pooh.
That's what I-
Why not?
Yeah, I was really impressed. I've heard that there have been a lot of glitches and stuff. I've only experienced quite minor things. I think I've been very lucky, but I've seen some of the glitches. They're ridiculous. Like some people
You did
get
have a
stuck
pretty
in
funny
first
one where
person.
Rio's head like twisted round on a cutscene or something.
He's
And
just
the
sort of-
endless coke drinking in the bar.
we even got that on our stream, didn't we?
It happens on the Xbox One and Xbox One and PS4 versions as well. So
It's just going to sound like I've got some sort of preference, but it really hasn't. But I played the PS4 and the Xbox version, and I kind of preferred the Xbox One version. I don't know why though. I couldn't put my finger on it. It was something like I think it was like it was less zoomed in.
there's that.
Okay.
Plus, I think
That's
it's
weird.
to do with
Even though the
like,
Xbox One's got more problems.
yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
My one froze.
I would have thought they'd be identical, but
I did encounter a problem where it wouldn't save.
Yeah, you showed me that.
Yeah,
that
I-
looked weird.
I got was it Space
I thought
Harrier
we were done
in
with
the in the tomato like prize draw thing.
Yeah.
But,
So
yeah.
that's
Well,
rare
I
enough.
think it-
Yeah,
to
I
get.
took it home, played it, tried to save failed. It's like why?
Oh, I had something
please insert your
equally as-
VMU.
I had something equally as annoying, and I haven't patched it yet. I spent ages. I got the 10 million points on Space Harrier, finished the game, didn't give me the prize. The guy just stood there with his big lip going. I was like, "Can I have my prize? I just got 10 million points on Space Harrier." No, Nothing. He just stood there
Really?
looking at me like, yeah, it doesn't work for some
Too many
reason.
chili heatwave
Yeah.
Doritos.
Yeah, and other people have said it as well on the Facebook group. They've said like, yeah, some of the events just don't work.
They probably didn't encounter that glitch because they didn't have anyone that was good enough at the
No
Space
one could
Harrier
be bothered
playtest.
like I did to sit there
Yeah.
all night going, fucking Space Harrier. Get ready. No. I love the game, but I'm not very good at it.
That one's really good at Space Harrier.
And they expect you to clear it on 1 credit. Like, you can't just put more credits in to finish the game. It's like, yeah, they've said it, so after that 1 credit, you have to wait for the game over.
Yeah.
So annoying.
Mm.
At least with Hang On, that's the way that game's set up. You don't have, like, continues on that game. You basically get as far as you
just
can and it
ends.
resets.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Space Harrier, the original game, you could just put more
Yeah, you
credits.
could continue, yeah.
But not in Shenmue.
No, it just fades out. It's like, no, I'm
Yeah.
getting off now.
It just goes, no, wait. Right, start again.
Come over.
So yeah, we've been playing that.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to come on Shenmue 2. but
Oh,
sorry,
yes.
go on.
No, I've also been playing the arcades in both Yakuza 0 and Shenmue as well. It's like Space Harrier, Super Hang On. Oh no, just Hang On.
Kiryu's a bit more
Yeah, when you jump
intense, yeah.
in a
About playing.
jump
Yeah.
in the outrun car.
He goes mental when he jumps on the machine.
Is there, what was it, Virtua Fighter on that one? Or...
There isn't, no.
That's all.
That Zero's set in the 80s.
Oh,
isn't
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
So it's set around.
Which one's
I
it?
think
Is
it's
Virtua
set-
Fighter in 6? Or is it 5?
That's
Virtua
got a
Fighter.
full version of Virtua Fighter 5 in it. So
Yeah.
that's like a full version.
I don't get
We're not
Sega.
porting
Like,
that game, but you can have it in this
you
one.
could have it. You have to play Yakuza if you want this port. You know? It's just
You know
like-
what's even more annoying? In Yakuza 5, they got a Taiko no Tetsujin.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So it's another one just to annoy us all.
That's what they're going to do. They're going to go, oh, Streets of Rage 4 is out, but you have to play it within Yakuza. You have to get 60 hours into Yakuza
You have to buy
7
Fist
or
of the North
something.
Star.
Oh, God. Yeah. Yakuza's become such a big deal for Sega, especially in Japan, that they just shove everything in it, including full bloody games, like Street Fighter 5 in
It's
it.
alright. It'll be pachinko machines one day.
Oh,
I have to say though,
I
I'm
don't say
really,
Pachinko in
I'm really glad Yakuza's doing so well because it's such
Yeah.
a unique series.
Have you seen
I
that
don't know
new
anything
one they
like it.
announced? They're actually trying out a new game,
The
aren't they?
Judge-
Oh,
Yeah.
what's
in
it called?
Japan, it's
Yeah.
Judge Eyes, but over here it's Project Judge.
At the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Why
haven't
is
got
it
a name
always
for it.
project?
Have you seen
Yeah.
that gameplay trailer where it has an outright Shenmue chase sequence in it? Do you
Yeah.
remember?
Oh, it did, yeah.
It was like you had to go left to dodge all the people, and then you had to press like the button to vault the fence. I was like,
Yeah.
guys,
It's basically
It's like
just
they-
Yakuza, but you're a detective. isn't
yeah.
it?
It's like it's got Yakuza, Shenmue, a bit of Assassin's Creed
a
thrown
bit
in
of Ace
there.
Attorney, maybe.
Yeah, a bit of that.
I really want to play it.
Yeah,
I can't wait. It's
That
gonna
team
be
is
great.
just on fire. They just don't. They seem to be able to pump out games really quick, and they're just super high quality. As well.
Yeah.
I don't know how they
All
just
good,
keep
you know.
pumping them out.
There isn't a weak Yakuza game.
I kind
No,
of feel.
I don't
I
think
kind of
I've
feel
seen
like
that.
Yakuza's kind of like everything Sega's done in the past, like rolled into one in a way. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's got bits of Streets of Rage in it. It's got bits of like.
I always
they've
thought
ever done.
when because I've only really played
Bits
the
of
first
Sonic.
two on the PS.
yeah. Well, yeah.
I've always thought
Run up
that,
loops.
that engine for Yakuza should be what a new Streets of Rage, if it was to go 3D, would be like. It would be exactly like that.
Yeah, that
because
kind of
it
fighting
really
engine.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if they did like a slight semi-spin-off of Streets of Rage that way. Like
Yeah.
more of a
Yeah.
story-focused one.
So what's actually going on with Sonic Chaos anyway? Apparently there's some.
It was a fan game.
the fan.
Oh, it's
yeah.
a fan game. Right?
Yeah.
I saw your live stream. It looks pretty damn good.
It is pretty bloody good.
It's
It
like
plays,
Sonic 2 HD quality.
It basically what it's like. It just plays like Sonic Mania. It's just like it feels like a ROM hack of Sonic Mania.
Yeah.
That's how
Oh,
good
yeah,
it is.
that's-
Like,
Yeah, I
I'd
saw
like
about
to give
that.
that a go.
yeah, you have to.
Yeah, you played the demo, didn't you? Which is like the first.
It's
Is it the first
Turquoise
zone?
Hill. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the whole like the whole zone. But,
I was saying to you, weren't I? It's just like, well, that's good, but if you could also do triple trouble, then that'd be alright.
that would be
no
nice. That would be nice.
That would be very nice.
trouble. Go on, guys.
3D Blast, you can, you know.
Honestly, Triple Trouble is one of my favourite Sonic games ever. I
Yeah, triple trouble.
effing
Yeah.
love that game.
Not 3D Blast. What was the one on the Game Gear that was horrible?
No, 3D
Labyrinth?
Blast.
No, that's
It is 3D Blast, isn't
on
it?
Game Gear. G's what was it? Sonic Blast, I think it's called.
Yeah.
On
Oh.
Game Gear.
Yeah,
that's
because
it.
we
That
called
was
Sonic 3D,
awful.
and then America called Sonic 3D Blast.
Oh,
didn't
right.
they?
Yeah, and then Sonic Blast was the Game Gear one.
Yeah.
I think in Japan it was called like G Sonic.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were doing with that one. That was just
Yeah.
a mess.
Well, it's like
They wanted to be Donkey Kong Country.
Gee,
I
Sonic.
think that's all it was.
Sonic Chaos and Sonic Triple Trouble was called Sonic and Tails, isn't it?
Yeah, Sonic and Tails and
1
Sonic
and
and
2,
Tails
yeah.
2.
Honestly, those are two of my favourite Sonic games, and I'm,
really
I'm really happy to see that other fans are doing something about it.
Yeah.
Sonic and Tails 2. Knack the weasel.
That's doing. The
Weasel.
Apparently he's not a weasel. Apparently he's a Jaroba?
What's
Is it a
What
Jaroba?
the crap is that?
Like some kind of like
Jerboa.
Jaboa.
really
that's
sit
it.
on that floor too long.
I completely pronounced it
Kill
wrong.
it.
This is really
Yeah,
precarious.
this is
Like the bounce.
Apparently someone
That's
actually
alright.
bothered to translate some like game guides to Sonic the Fighters and stuff, and they found out he's not a weasel at all. Despite Sega of America calling him one for years.
Sonic the Fighters is one of those games I actually really liked.
It's like,
I don't get the hate for that game.
well, it's like his ears, isn't
Remember
it?
that amazing song in the Death Thing? That really good song. I wanted to learn the solo for that. That do 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 do.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, Sega of America have never been very consistent with Japan with their lore and stuff.
Especially in the mid-90s when that came out.
It's like Fantasy Star, they royally screwed up the lore when they released those over here.
Most of that was just a case of like when they had like limited Japanese characters and they had to squeeze English characters into it.
Sometimes
They only
they-
had so much space, so they couldn't put long words.
And they've
So they had to
renamed
just
They renamed
think of
certain
something shorter.
characters in Fantasy Star to make them sound like a character from another game, to kind of make them seem like they're related, but they're not.
yeah, something like
So
that.
it's very weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you play as that
Oh,
android
speaking
called
of Fantasy
Miles.
Star, when are you going to get that on the
Prowler.
Switch?
Yeah, they're supposed to be coming out hopefully in the next month because apparently them Sega Ages releases, I think Sonic 1 and Fancy... no, not Fancy Star. Thunder Force 4 are supposed to be coming out in about a week or so.
this week.
The Fantasy
I've heard.
Oh, this week. Okay, so
Fancy Star
hopefully
one's
Fancy
coming.
Star should be very...
I really want to finish that.
Have you seen the pictures of Fantasy Star? It's got like a little mini map on the game.
They've
I
actually
see.
I
added
mean, I can
loads of
actually get
stuff.
through a dungeon.
I know.
Yeah, it actually puts the dungeon... It sort of shifts the
Map the
game
games.
screen a bit to the
The
left,
full
and then
white.
it puts a little map in the corner.
Oh.
And it has
God,
an
for
item
Yeah.
dictionary.
Ah,
Yeah.
Is this the old?
Yeah, the old
Yeah, the original one, yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like a... it was like normal looking
Jack.
top-down view, but when you went into a dungeon, it was that first-person dungeon crawler.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
You can get
Yeah.
so lost so
Oh,
easily.
so easy.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah, I
active
remember
mini
when
map
I
now,
went
so that's
through it.
great.
Oh, that's so handy.
There's a literal maze minigame in Starbound where you go up to a arcade machine and it's one of those mazes, those 3D first person.
Yeah, those are
things.
where the term dungeon crawler came from. When
Yeah.
you're first person going through these like narrow corridors.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, all
And they're
that,
still quite popular, aren't they?
all
That's
that
what
dungeon
Arena
crawling
was
just for
based
some
on.
shortbread.
Shortbread. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was quite a thing in the first Fantasy Star, and in the fourth one as well.
You've got to stock up on the cola.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, burgers and cola.
I'm dying. Give me some burgers and cola.
The Japanese version,
America.
it's like a parody of this thing called Calorie Mate,
Yeah, Calorie Mate, which is their like.
Perrier Mate or something.
I've still got the
Yeah.
box for that. We actually got some.
Yeah.
Some of them are
Wait, so is
alright,
that
but
where
some
like,
of
the
them taste like
monomate
shit.
and stuff like that
Yeah.
come from?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Calorie
right.
Mate, like Metal Gear Solid 3, the Calorie Mate was like a protein food you would eat.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
Captain
Yeah,
yeah.
some from Japan said
Yeah.
they're actually in the proper little box.
In the
That's
little
so
swirly
cool.
sea. Yeah. And yeah, it's a play
I did
on
always
those.
wonder why they were called monomeat.
Yeah.
Die meat.
So they just call them like
Yeah.
cola and that. So I hope they've retranslated it.
So do
but
I,
don't
'cause
think
that's
they will.
Yeah, I don't know if they will.
No, they won't.
They'll probably just stick with the...
Cool.
They'll re-G.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think they let you actually speed up the walking as well.
Yes.
Ah,
Yeah, and
nice.
you can have the FM chip sound if you want.
Yeah,
Oh,
even
yeah.
on the English
Yeah,
version,
nice.
which is nice. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
so it's cool.
I hope they do Fantasy Star 2 as well, because that's got some of my favourite music.
I hope they do them all.
Oh, yeah.
I love that one that goes...
That's the one I'm thinking of. That the town music. There's like
Every song.
Yeah.
Oh, what that
Or in the Japanese version.
Yeah, really loud percussion.
I always thought the music in Fantasy Star 2 sounded a bit like the Police.
It does a little bit.
Not the
Yeah.
band, just the actual police. Yeah. Fun fact: the theme song for the Flat Pack was made with FM.
That wasn't a fun
Oh,
fact.
cool.
Goodbye
Yeah.
to it. Fun fact.
That song's great.
Cat's
I'm proud
throwing
of that
shade
song.
from the other room.
So no one could hear it.
If I'm not proud of
Fucking
anything
cage.
else from the Flat Pack, then that song at least I'm proud of. That and the Zargon with his butter was great.
Oh, that was classic.
For research purposes.
Ow, my hair.
So,
Ow! Why is there a hook?
Ow.
hook on my
Why
wall.
have got-
Did you do that earlier?
It's designed to ensnare.
It's designed
If
to
you're
ensnare
wondering what I've been playing
pedophiles,
lately,
Phil.
I've been playing not bumping my head
Oh no,
on
looks
things.
scary.
Ah!
Oh, you mean Pokemon Go?
No, this happened when I was not playing Pokemon Go. Like, the amount of times I've bumped my own recycling bins and laughed.
Yeah, you've been playing a game of trying not to get head trauma in random ways. I don't even know how you've done it, but twice you've bumped your head on our recycling bin. I don't even know how, because it's like here, and your head's here. It's like, did you just headbutt it? I didn't see it happen both times. I was just like, how? I don't know how it happened. Don't.
It's because I'm always bending my head underneath the underneath our washing, and
Yeah.
somehow I just
Must
keep
be
bumping into the recycling bins.
Yeah. Oh, and with that, Rick's gone.
Yes, I must leave.
Shelf departed. Shelf departed. Shelf gamers departed.
So as the so for the thumbnail on this podcast, at this point your face is just gonna fade. I don't feel so good.
I mean, if you do it like an RPG, like you started, it fades red.
Yeah.
Get back on
Bye. Safe journey home.
Love you.
Dangerous journey home.
Don't get molested.
Speaking of not feeling so good, I think the only other game I've
You're
been
not
playing,
puking.
No, please don't throw up again.
recently is trying to play Rayman 2 on a 40 Dreamcast.
Oh,
yeah,
wow,
was that
that-
the video I saw?
Yeah.
Everything was his stomach.
Yeah. Okay, that was
hilarious.
Yeah, you bought a Dreamcast for a friend, didn't you?
Yeah.
And it
Sounds
had
like a
some issues. That was probably that was the basically we put
No,
a
sorry, just he sounds like an emo man. Dreamcast for a friend.
Dreamcast for a friend. It does.
Carry on.
But yeah, this Dreamcast has some proper issues with like stuff.
You're right
This
there.
Dreamcast has some proper issues with like reading games. If you put Crazy Taxi in it, all the scenery disappeared and your car was just bumping into
anything-
invisible walls while
It
people were
actually tones
floating in
down
space.
the
I was
Easy
about
level
to
of the
say that. I was
taxi.
going to say, if anything,
Sensible
it makes the
taxi.
game less crazy.
You're
Yeah.
now playing normal taxi.
Oh,
What is that?
Making a DLR.
London.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's obsessed with DLR trains.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, okay.
Just for a get context, what's going on? We're making something called a chatterbox for my son at school.
Oh, okay.
It's like a box that represents things that your kid loves, and you put photos and props in there. And everyone else has got one, and I turned up on the first day without one, and I just felt really. Ugh. You got all like the busybody helicopter parents turning up with this really elaborate one.
Oh god.
There was like some guy. He,
My
like,
kid's
got,
favourite thing is money, so I just make it out of money.
yeah, basically.
On fire.
I made my box out of iPhones.
Probably talk about it later, but we've moved to an area where there's just so many ponces around here.
It's the most expensive area in Essex to live.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I wouldn't argue with you.
I was about to say,
Red
mine
Bull playing.
sounds, you know, the house is like huge.
Well, have you seen the ones just down the road? There's one that's a literal mansion. It is ridiculous. It looks like the White House. It's huge.
Barling Magna was a bit like that.
Yeah, it really is. We saw one on your old road for sale just the other day, and it was over $1 million.
Yeah, that would be the
It's
mayor's
weird, isn't it?
house.
Because Essex is such a shithole, but there's little
Such a
pockets
shithole.
of like.
What a shit hole.
It is though.
Why do you think I left?
Yeah.
I think we went to Nottingham.
At this address.
But yeah, like it's such a horrible area, but there are little pockets of like just weirdly over the top.
Yeah, like Thorpe Bay is quite nice
Yeah.
in some places.
Yeah.
Fort Bay is a lovely area, but I would never live there.
They've even
because...
got Rachel Riley from Countdown.
yeah.
Where does she live?
Thorpe Bay.
Does she still live
Oh,
there,
that's
or has she
funny,
moved up into it?
She's probably moved on.
Yeah.
Thorpe Bay was like the last Essex place my sister lived before she went to Nottingham.
Well, the problem is, it's a lovely
this
area, but it's surrounded by Shoeburyness and Southend East. You know.
Yeah,
I've
basically.
lived in both areas. I can tell you.
It's a bit rough.
I mean, I added to the downfall. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure you weren't out stabbing people all night.
I haven't been caught anyway.
If it was you, you'd have like a MP3 speaker in your pocket going.
Yeah.
Tommy Belmont in Chav Killer.
But yeah,
I'd buy that game.
me too. Yeah, we'll probably come back to that later. We're still wrapping up what we're playing. I got sidetracked.
I'm a bit annoyed, really. Just in general. No, but like, apart, just me and Andrew are the only ones in this room who haven't moved recently.
Yeah.
I'm still in my shit old flat. No, I love my flat.
Your flat's
Well,
awesome.
I was close to leaving because of work situation,
Yeah, would have been shit.
but whereas I'm stuck.
Stuck forever.
Forever and ever.
Back to the games.
Back on track. Who will we on, Stacey?
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's
Cherry-
about
Cherry
it though.
Terrier. Okay.
Just lots of Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go and fucked up Rayman.
Oh, yeah, we didn't actually explain that properly. Yeah, so every game we were trying, it was either just getting stuck on loading screens, or in the case of Rayman, it was either not starting at all, or one time it started and every single texture was his stomach.
It was
Everything was his stomach. The text was tiny little stomachs.
yeah.
Every little letter was a tiny little stomach.
I don't know why I didn't
His
see
His
it.
hair was stomachs. The sea was
I don't know how I
stomachs.
missed
And when
that.
you jumped in the sea, the splashes were stomachs.
It was amazing.
We had to capture it because like
Jeez.
it was
I've never
spectacular.
seen
was like-
anything like it.
It was the
It was
best
like
glitch
that
I've
Ocarina
ever
of
seen.
Time thing where they made everything Nicolas Cage. It was like
Yeah, more or less.
but with his own stomach.
It's so weird.
The only time I've ever seen Rayman 2 without textures was like with a cheat code,
Yeah.
but not like in error like that.
There must be a
I want to
specific.
know if you could have actually completed the game like that.
Yeah, probably because it did run normally.
Yeah.
It was running. Oh, and the best bit was when you paused it and there's like this psychedelic effect.
Oh.
All of that was his stomach as well. So just like stomachs go. Woo, like,
That is really
swirling.
weird.
It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my
I
life.
can imagine the game engine like, well, we've got this asset. That'll do.
Yeah,
Just use that.
we don't need other textures. No one needs to see what's happening.
That's amazing.
That was really bizarre.
I'll have to check that out.
Well, it's on my Twitter, so
That'll explain it. I don't go on Twitter that often.
unless
You right there, Noisy?
unless
Look,
you want to
noise.
copy it onto your
Noisy
Instagram, Aaron.
noise.
You know the Lucky Hit Instagram.
Oh yeah. I could put it there, I suppose.
It's alright, Lucky Hit is on Instagram now.
Yeah, it is.
I think I had an Instagram once for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, this will probably last about that as long. I've just been putting random
It
stuff
just
on it lately.
confuses me. I don't really know what it's about.
What's
Just take
the
pictures.
The
Instagram.
biggest problem is you can't
Yeah.
upload anything from your computer
Yeah.
unless you go through like inspect the browser and then pretend it's a mobile version
Oh,
of the
that's
site.
annoying. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was thinking of signing up, but if you've got to go through that, then sod that.
But yeah, we're on Instagram. We will find us on Instagram.
Lucky Hit series, so there you go.
Because as usual, somene's already got
There you go.
Lucky Hit and have done
That's the whole
absolutely
URL.
nothing
Yeah.
with it.
Lucky Hit series, there you go.
HTTP. Lucky Hit series. There you go.
We could probably technically get dot. There you go. Everyone is. You can do that now. You can just get anything.
Lucky
There
Hit series dot. There
you
you
go.
I like that.
The internet browser, Lucky Hit series, there you go.
As I say, as usual, I looked up
Go, you cunt.
just lucky hit on its own, and someone's already got it, and they've literally done nothing with it, as usual.
You always have to wonder
Every
if that's
time.
spite. It's like someone we know. And they're like,
Just sitting on it.
it's the sort of thing I wouldn't put Lewis past.
That's all right. We could
Or
just
Darryl
we could
was
just
doing it
get
earlier,
we
yeah.
could just get and Lewis domains everywhere.
I like pasta.
Lucky Hit series dot. There you go. / and Lewis.
Yeah.
No, we got Andrew
Yeah.
and Aaron yet. Oh no, Andrew,
No, I've done
you
mine.
went, didn't you?
Yeah, I've been, because I've moved recently and we've got like this, we've sort of got like 2 loft rooms instead of like a loft. So one of them's become sort of like...
It's really cool. You got a
Some
lot
of
of
them-
rooms.
yeah.
It's an obscene amount of room and yet we still manage to fill most of it. It's really scary. I've gone from having
There's
one
only 2
room in my
people.
house and like some stuff up, loads of stuff in the loft and that.
Yeah.
And then didn't realise how much stuff until I actually like moved. And it's like, fuck, we filled a 4-bedroom house.
Jesus.
It's like, how the...
There's only 2 of you.
I know. That's how much shit I've got. Like,
Is that why you're selling quite a lot of stuff?
yeah, I've been trying to cut down some bits.
Yeah, same
but,
here.
yeah. So yeah,
Just looking at those, I've taken on a load of old cases, which is fine. 'Cause
Taking on some of your old tour.
I actually really like the whole thing of like
that's where I've been trying to
cases
condense
and
my
bits.
games down into like folders.
yeah,
In some
it's like a
cases.
bit of a weird.
And when I
obsession
got
of mine.
there,
I like to sort of
When I got there and we
save
got some new
games, if you know what I mean.
DVD, when we got some new DVD shelves, we had extra room, so I started uncondensing some of the Wii games. Because I was like,
nice.
I can finally have a bit more room for them.
Redensing them.
Yeah, redensing. Yeah. So I finally.
Commenced the density.
So I guess most of my. I guess most of my. I guess most of what I've been playing has just been like trying out all my systems on this little setup. I've got a CRT up there. I really want to get a bigger one, but people on eBay are sort of taking the mick with those now, because you know how everyone was literally throwing them out. But now people know people want them for retro games. They're going for money now.
Yeah.
So
Like
I
everything.
managed to get mine in the charity shop for £5. It's only like a
Nice.
14-inch one, so it's quite small, but it's no, it's
I've made sure to
perfect.
keep
So
my
expensive,
2. They're in the
wasn't it?
garage.
Yeah,
at
it's
the
a,
moment.
it's a good Sony one.
I've got a
so-
little one that's like a sort of I don't know what you'd say. Yeah, like the sort of things that people would have in their kitchen.
Yeah.
And I've got like a quite a big bloody hefty,
It's like that
big
widescreen
silver
one.
one.
Yeah.
I love that
Yeah.
because that is perfect for light gun games.
Yeah,
I've had
that's
some
one of the main
amazing
reasons I
Time
wanted
Crisis
one as
games
well.
on those,
I
yeah.
finally got PS1 light gun the other day, so I could finally play Time Crisis. It's the only PS1 light gun game I've got at the moment, though. I really want to get Point Blank.
I was really
Oh,
chuffed.
yeah.
A friend
Yeah.
of
I
mine.
love Point Blank.
The
Yeah, I'd love to
the
get
light
back
gun
to
I
that.
bought actually had a Point Blank 2 box, but the game wasn't in it. But it was only £3.
That was in like one of the charity shops, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I was really
well,
lucky.
yeah.
A friend of mine. This was a couple of years back now. Actually, it was about 3 years ago now. I think about it. But a friend of mine, he was selling. Was it Project Titan?
Oh,
that
the
spin-off.
exclusive.
Yeah, and the
PlayStation
gun for like a
exclusive one.
£5. I couldn't believe
Oh,
that.
nice.
I jumped right
Oh.
on that.
Yeah, I'd like to collect some more light gun games because I've got
Especially
most
the
of the
Time
Saturn.
Crisis games. They're amazing.
I've got 2, 3. I've got 1, 2. I've got. I think I've got most of the Time Crisis games now.
I've got 1 to 3
Yeah.
and Crisis Zone, which is so good.
Oh, I need to pick that one up.
That's the one with the
Yeah.
riot shield and the machine gun. It's just
Oh,
so much
yeah.
fun. That
The one of the
combination.
ones on the PS3 is sort of a sequel to that.
Mm.
Yeah,
I think I
sort
heard of
like
that one,
Crisis,
yeah.
something or other. Yeah.
And it's got like ridiculous destructible scenery, like everything could be shot.
Yeah.
And it adds to your points as well.
Yeah.
So it's like, yep, fuck the room up. Go on.
Yeah. So I managed to get all my consoles hooked up on that, and because we were testing out this really broken Dreamcast, which we ended up sending back off, because I couldn't do anything with it. It wasn't having a reset properly; it just couldn't read anything properly.
Was it the laser? Cause
I think it's the laser.
Yeah.
I think it
My
was the
one's
laser.
pretty
So
much
we had to get
gone.
rid of it.
Yeah.
It just didn't work.
Return it, yeah.
But after
Chevy-
that, it
Chevy
sort of
2
it sort of
killed
gave me the bug to go back to Dreamcast games, and I've got like almost 200 games for that system. But I always bloody go back to Capcom vs SNK 2 every time and just get the arcade stick out. And another thing I picked up, because obviously we had to get loads of furniture and stuff, and we'd be going to like boot sales and stuff. I managed to get one of those. I don't know what they call them. I think it's called X Rocker or something.
Oh yeah.
That chair.
Ah.
It's just like a little like
Haven't you
gaming
got one of
rocky
those?
chair. Yeah, I got
I
one of
really wanna
those
try
from a boot
one.
sale for £4. It didn't have a plug, so I had no idea if it worked or not. But I thought it would be more comfortable than the little bean bags I've got, because I was looking to see what kind of plug with it worked. And funnily enough, a Mega Drive plugged with it. I've got loads of Mega Drive plugs knocking around, so that worked.
So
with
the
it.
chair needs a plug.
Yeah, because it's got speakers in it, and you can just put anything that's headphone related into it. And first thing I did is I've hooked it right up to the Mega Drive and put Streets of Rage in, and like put the bass on top, and was just like, yeah, I like this. Awkward well spent.
I'd buy
It's
that.
very good.
Yeah.
What's really cool, you can even put like anything that's headphone sockets can go into it and make it all blast out of the chair. And I was even sitting there with like Neo
So what, the
Geo. I was
the
even
headphone jack's like in the side of the chair.
yes, and you've got a volume and a bass on it, so you don't even have to.
One now.
Yeah. I know they've got like
I
a
need
bit
to
of a
bring mine out,
reputation for
but
like
yeah.
ooh gamers and all, like some weird like nerdy thing like.
But I'll tell you what, I would love one
I
of
just-
those with the VR headset.
Oh yeah,
Because
the
at the moment,
only thing with it, because it hasn't got like anything to support it at the back or anything, it's just like a rocky thing.
Yeah.
One night I was having a couple of drinks and I was on Discord and I managed to fall all the way back. I rocked it too hard and just went whee backwards.
and you didn't
That
have
was
a
funny.
camera on it.
No, that's the problem. I didn't have camera, so it was completely wasted. But people heard it on Discord, but that was about it.
So you would say they're worth having then?
Yeah, especially for the money I got it for. But yeah, I thought it was.
I got mine
Is
for
it really-
free.
Oh, nice.
We went to the cinema in Basildon.
Oh,
My
okay.
mate Richard drove us up there. On the way back, someone had just thrown one out in his front card.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that where you got it?
I just rang the doorbell. I was like, "Can I have this?"
Yeah, we got an ottoman the other day for the same way. Literally just thrown out.
I'm hot
Just,
Jesus.
Yeah, to put on the end of our bed. So
Wow.
we've been getting really lucky with some of the stuff we've grabbed like lately. Like,
That
we've been
one
getting
there, that little shelf, I mean, it's not going to help on the podcast, but that one there that's got the gamepad on the top,
Yeah.
that was just in someone's front garden.
Yeah. So mainly I've been playing Dreamcast stuff for the last few days, mainly fighting games because I wanted to get my arcade stick out again. And as usual, I just end up on Capcom vs SNK 2. So I swear to God, that is the most addictive fighting game I've ever played in my life. Like, just the amount of characters, the fact that there's like 6 different ways, like styles of like meters for every character. So you almost technically never play it the same way each time. But every single time I play it, I go into survival mode, like the infinite mode, and then just pick random. And then whoever beats me, I have to play as that character next time because it sort of forces me to try out different characters. Like I played Eddie Honda for the very first time. I was like, "Oh, you hold back." It's like I finally learned how. I finally did something other than the hand slap thing. For me. It's like, oh, I finally figured out his moves other than the one that involves bashing a button. And yeah, every time I play that game, I always end up playing the first one straight after. Because even though it's not as good of a game in terms of like content and all the characters and stuff, the aesthetic, it's got to be the best presentation of any fighting game I've ever seen. I don't know what it is about. It's just the music, the HUDs, the way everything moves around, all the arrows and all that kind of stuff. It's hard to explain, but if you saw it, you'd understand. Like, I just remember playing that game on a Snipe disc in like 2000, and then playing it for like 10 minutes and like, I have to go out and buy this. Yeah, so basically just playing little bits of loads of games, mostly fighting games. I've finally clicked with Mark of the Wolves, which I've never gotten on with before. Everyone goes on about that being like, oh, it's SNK's Third Strike. It's like one of the best games ever, like fighting games ever. I was like, I've played it a few times on the Dreamcast. I was like, it doesn't really
I do like the
gel
Gagaman
with
games,
me.
but yeah,
But
they're a bit.
when I played because I was playing the story mode, it's quite slow paced getting into each match. It's quite long transitions to get to the next bit. But when you play survival mode, it's just bang, 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 bang each match. And I really got into it that way. I actually found myself getting more into that game a lot more. I think it's finally sort of clicked for me now.
Yeah.
I really like. I think his name's Marco. He's sort of the shonen character of that game in some way.
I don't know.
He's got like very like Ryu moves in a way, but he's really fun. He's got really amazing animation as well when he like punches forward.
Yeah,
and
that's
just
one
smears
thing.
coming
Like,
off.
the SNK games do look really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't played much.
I'm a-
They're more Rick's thing. But
Yeah, I'm definitely. Yeah, I'm definitely still more a
Was it the last
Capcom.
train, or was he
Yeah.
just? Oh right.
Yeah.
No, because where I can get the last one, because I've just got to get off at the hospital and walk up. He's got to get the number one back to thingy. So.
Yeah, it's the problem at the moment.
You live really far away.
Well, it's not just that. It's just that
me.
Yeah.
we're in an awkward we're in an awkward transition stage at the moment where we want to be able to get stuff done during the day, and at the just precise moment it's not quite there yet.
Yeah.
Just to do with things like childcare and school and stuff, but it's nearly there. It's so frustrating how close we are.
Yeah. Once
Yeah,
that happens,
once he's
though, it's going to really open things up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
once he's in big school and he's actually doing 9 till 3 like we used to do as kids,
Yeah.
like it'll be alright then.
Yeah, I mean,
But
all
yeah.
things considered, we've been doing all right on the channel. I'd like to think, like in terms of
But
actually putting some
unfortunately, it's
stuff
been
out.
at the cost of my bloody health. I've had so little sleep lately, just because I want to get stuff done, and I'm getting sick of waiting for school. You know.
Yeah.
So like they keep messing around like with the hours, and it's just like I want to get stuff done. So I've just been having like I'm not going to go on about it, but I've been having like a good few weeks where I've had like a couple of hours sleep here and there, and there's been a couple of times where I've passed out and like really bad times. Yeah, been really quite worrying actually, and it's just can't go on. So I need to sort of step back a little bit and wait until school happens. But it's nearly there. We're so unbelievably close to the sort of YouTube stuff being able to be done and balance it with a life as well.
I mean, one thing I could mention about the move as well is I finally have fast internet. I finally have internet that's actually competent. So you probably noticed I've been doing live streams pretty much every Thursday for the last 3 weeks. I'm hoping to try and keep that.
To get that.
Yeah, I really want to try and keep that pace up and try and come up with stuff every week. I mean, obviously last week was convenient because Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
And
Or was like the 30th anniversary of Count Duckula, so
that was literally you told me it was the next the anniversary was tomorrow. I was like, okay, that's a good excuse to play those awful Amiga games.
Oh, you should have got some duck from the Chinese and ate it. Yep, that's the whole joke.
Well, we had broccoli sandwiches.
We did have broccoli sandwiches though.
Yeah, but that's actually in reference to something. Yeah? It's not just, it's a duck, I'm eating a duck. Subscribe.
So yeah, hoping to keep that pace up. So even if we haven't got many videos going out for a little while, at least at the very least,
these last few weeks has been more than we've done in a long time.
Yeah, it really has. Yeah,
for a good little while, we had a streak of like daily content for over a week, and then it stopped for like only a day or two, and then it carried on. And it's only stopped now because I've just had trouble getting these like. Because I'm doing things
Once
like
again,
reviews.
technical issues as well.
Yeah, as always.
I'm doing reviews which just take a lot more work than like Let's Play stuff.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
For this particular channel, Let's Play stuff isn't the main focus. It's kind of more like something to keep the ball rolling, really.
Yeah, basically.
But yeah, at the moment, I've just kind of exhausted all of our last few Let's Plays, and I've got to generate more content now.
Yeah.
And I've got stuff to work on until the next big Let's Play series will be Mega Man 11, which will be. I have high hopes for that one.
Okay. Yeah.
Not too far away now.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised how quick that came out because they only announced it a few months back, was it? And it's just like, oh, here it is, it's out.
I can't wait now.
The thing is, anybody who was worried about Mighty Number 9 sort of stealing the limelight, now they absolutely don't have to worry at all. Shitey number. Shite. Fuck them.
The game is actually under £9 now. Unlike Wii U and stuff.
It's free on Xbox Live as well. That's how bad it is.
It's free.
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, it was part of the monthly.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
But yeah.
I must have missed
I don't know,
that.
they stick some bloody good games on that and the PS4 one.
Mm.
Sometimes, like...
It was an off month.
Yeah. They had to slow down a bit.
I'm just wondering if Nintendo will do the same thing with the Switch service.
Well, funny you should say that. They've announced... in the last couple of days, like after the Direct, 20 NES games that are coming out to the Switch service.
Oh, wow. Free?
Well, when you pay for the...
When you pay for the online, I think it was roughly like 10 games a month or something, and then it sort of like slowed down after a couple of months. That's the thing I'm worried about, is it was like, 20 games at launch, and you think brilliant, and it's like 10 games in October, and it's like, yeah, that's cool. And then it was like 5 games in November, it's like, oh, I see where this is going. And then by like next year, it would be like, I don't know, here's Urban Champion. And that's it.
Oh dear.
What's happening?
Red paint.
She's counting her brain cells.
I've got painty hands, so I didn't want to touch the bottle. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
hands.
Painty hands, dear no.
Well, it's a bit like when I was dyeing my hair the
Back
other
in your
week.
cage of servitude.
Just like blood
I
everywhere.
think I'm done for today.
Back to painting buses for you.
When I wash my hair, the water that comes out.
Well, that's what you're on
watermelon
for.
juice.
Because it's not a bus, is it?
It's a DLR
It looks like a smiley face.
That looks really cool.
No, yeah.
It does now.
It's got like those sort of like gated shades on. Like all the
That's what a DLR is.
Yeah.
Have you like put sellotape in front of it as windows?
Yeah, I'll do that properly when the paint dries. Yeah, the
Oh, that's
sellotape
cool.
will be the windows, and then I think I showed you guys before, but it's got a hinge in it as well.
The biggest challenge is getting that to the school without him ruining it.
You'll have to put it somewhere because it's
You
going to
just
dry.
grab it and go,
You're gonna have to, before you go to
I
bed.
love it.
Before you go to bed, can you put it somewhere like where you can't sort of get to it? I think we'll have to continue it tomorrow, but
Shelves on
Yeah.
there, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
But yeah, it's a thing called a chatterbox, which is just full of like photos of stuff your kid likes.
Yeah, it'd be like a little time capsule, I guess.
Yeah,
in a few
basically.
years.
But
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 it's
you
a good
don't bury
idea.
it.
Because that's the thing, I was even saying earlier
Yeah,
today that like my memories of school days are so fuzzy. Like I barely remember.
I barely remember anything.
Yeah, so it'd be cool. It would have been nice to have something like that as a kind of time capsule to that time.
Yeah.
Just be like, remember when
Yeah.
you did this? No, but it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of my memories are just stuff that are either written down or in photos. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or
it's
just
kind of
very like
very
you just remember
vague
that
little-
things happened.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
remember them actually happening, you know?
Yeah, I get it.
I
Yeah.
remember
Sucks,
some
really.
things. Like my last day of primary school, all I could hear was a fucking pop song on loop all day.
A pop song.
Yeah, it was.
wait a minute, Hector went back in time to your primary school?
yeah,
I want the whole world to
Yeah,
celebrate.
my son's been given an old tab from Mum, and it's I don't know why you've got such hipster music on your tab. Oh my
Sometimes
God.
I enjoy the hipster music. I don't enjoy that
It's like
song
it's
anymore.
like I've pulled
Do
up
they
a
just sing
Google
about
search
avocado
and gone,
on
what is
toast?
hipster music? It's this song.
Hey.
Oh, it's
What is
this,
it, Mumford and Sons?
no, it's not even that. It's just this horrendous noise.
It's Mika, you know Mika, don't you?
Oh, I know. Something too hard on your lollipop.
Yeah. So he did a song with Pharrell
I thought that was
Williams
quite
called
old.
Celebrate.
Oh,
And,
this is the worst song.
To me, Mika is a artifact in Stalker.
Oh,
Shock
oh,
resistance,
my
I
dad had
believe.
an obsession with one of his other songs.
I thought Mika was like a virtual pop
that
idol
Shock Shock
from
Me one.
Japan.
Oh,
Particularly hair.
Hats-
I don't remember that.
Hatsu Mika.
Yeah,
But I
that's the one.
did you
But anyway,
enjoy
I'm hip.
Love Today?
He's got this little tab, and it's got these horribly powerful tinny speakers on it. And I occasionally, can you turn it down, mate? And he just looks at me and turns it right up. And he plays
Yep.
the same 3 or 4 songs.
He's got the
How
tablet
many-
upside down, you see.
Right, so you know how,
Yeah,
like,
I'm putting it
tabs-
down. I'm trying.
You know how like tabs, you know, you sort of like look at it the wrong way and it shatters. Well, this tab I bought way back in 2013, like really early.
It's funny how much
2013.
of your stuff does that.
No. Right, so like tabs are normally quite. We haven't put a cover on it. It's nothing like that. He's dropped it. He's thrown it. He's slapped it. He's punched it. It is indestructible.
Was it made by Nokia?
It's made by Samsung. Good one, Samsung.
But yeah,
Brick.
right. Oh, I've had such
That's that
pounding
Korean
headaches.
spirit.
For the last few weeks, I've had pounding headaches because he has just been blasting this irritating
And he won't listen
tab.
to sense. He'll just go, "Can I have?"
I've gotten to the point where it's any excuse. It's like, oh, have you been slightly bad today? Oh, I had to take the tab away.
Oh no!
What a
don't do
shame.
that.
Oh, buddy, what a shame. Oh no, if only you were perfect.
That is horrible. No wonder he's sad.
It looks like tonight the whole world
All
will
you've
not
got to do is
celebrate.
take a Stanley knife to the speakers and you would sort it.
He had headphones, but because he's such a destructive little sod, he breaks them.
Well, he just used the headphones too much, didn't he?
Yeah,
The
Too
headphones
much
are like-
abandon.
he broke them. And like, and
He
then
broke my
doesn't-
headphones as well.
He just had him rested over his head too long and they shattered.
Yeah, it happens.
We use them too much.
Oh, the bloody thing's done my head in. I don't even know where it is at the moment, and I'm very happy.
You'll hear it in your sleep suddenly.
No!
Please
Don't
charge
show
it
me
today.
where it is.
Please charge it tonight.
Why? So
Because
the
he
whole
likes
world
it.
can
It doesn't look like a tablet, it
celebrate.
just looks like a big phone.
That one does, yeah. Oh, my mum and dad had one of these.
Oh yeah.
Like a
What
Galaxy
happened to
Note
it?
or whatever it's called.
They stopped using it.
Oh okay. See, look, it didn't
Got
break, did
bored.
it?
It got better.
The end of that story was it broke. That just won't break. It won't break.
Jackson!
I love that that's still a thing. I was watching something of yours recently and you said I was thinking you're going to Jackson it, and then you ended up going Jackson. Just a little subtle
Nice
one.
subtle Jackson.
Yeah, I'm doing really well now, Jackson.
Can I have a chocolate coin like a child?
Yeah.
Like a child.
Hey, chocolate coins are awesome.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, that's
Thank
fine.
you very much.
do
That's
enjoy
the
a
ones
chocolate
white.
coin.
They're flying everywhere.
It can't be chocolate coin season already. I saw some mince pies
What
though
one?
in the co-op.
Yes, for God's
What?
sake.
It's
Yeah.
September.
I know, it's really hot. It
Who's
was
this
25
highly
degrees
professional
today.
podcast?
Someone stop the mince
A
pies.
what?
The what?
Well,
I didn't know the mic was on.
The earliest.
Oh, the speaker's on.
What's that? Well, I don't even know why that's
They
there.
introduced their Christmas stuff in June.
That's a whole 6 months to go.
Yeah.
Back to social and true again. We've got a whole 6 months to go.
So if you put it on the Christmas tree, let me know. Is that if you're putting the Christmas stuff out in June, you might as well just not take it off the shelves at all and go the whole hog.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Pound Shop actually does that sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
All-
only
all the Halloween trips on
365
at the
days to go.
Yeah.
But that's what you're saying on Christmas Day because it's a whole.
Ah, that's the joke. R/whoosh.
We've literally run out of things now.
You know,
I was going
We
to
may
say,
have-
that song I heard on loop, it was a song called Body Shaking by 911. Oh,
Call 911.
Who, what, and the where now?
yeah, it's a podcast.
Yeah,
It's a podcast, so I can do this kind of
Yeah.
thing.
yeah, call 911. The year 6
Do you
will
shake
not
when you're on the
stop
street?
playing
Oh,
it on loop.
Yeah, just like an epileptic fit.
Yeah.
Are you guys saying that I'm ill? I'm not ill.
Mentally.
I'm mentally sound as well.
Yeah, I'm not going to forget that my last day.
Yeah,
in
the
year
sound
6.
being in your noggin.
Oh.
Nothing I do seems to dull the screams.
Oh, what about
Dreams.
that Let's Play a Flashback you did recently where it had some creatures, some foxes or something.
Yeah, I know the one.
Oh.
you mean, the weird alien.
I was
at the end.
watching it in the other room, and all you could hear was
Some of the sound effects.
that Let's Play. I swear, the last 2 episodes were just them 2 sound effects on loop. Like the whole level was just.
What is that about with the lift and the broken glass?
Oh, that's so funny.
That is weird. Yeah, as soon as it reaches its
It's
high
like the
level.
most stock glass
Yeah.
smash noise as well.
I don't know what was going on with that. But,
Just put other stock noises in between to see if it
Wilbur
enhances it.
screams just
other than a
randomly.
few sound issues, it was a really good version. But luckily, you could play it in like original mode, and it sounds great. Like
Was that
I
like
didn't like
Mega Drive
that they
audio
changed
or
the do-do. They made it really like.
breathy cover?
How did we do it?
Did you hear the version of Memory Recovered? It was awful. It was like da-da-da,
Yeah.
da-da-da,
Alright.
it was really delayed.
Yeah.
It was like,
Oh.
what are you doing?
You're making it sound like they got the guy back after 20 years, but didn't let him look at the
Like,
sheet music.
Sort of,
I know you've got Alzheimer's, but try and remember.
can you just record my first attempt because I've got to move on. There you go. But so yeah, cab's outside.
I've got to catch the train to Debuita.
Oh, I can't believe they took you, Grant.
I know.
What was a shit? I don't get that.
Yeah.
Like, of all the
Things they've edited in that game, I actually wonder now if that actually
It
is a
must
photo
have
of
been.
Hugh
It
Grant.
must have been.
I'm starting to wonder if they were like, oh shit, people know. They watched your Let's Play and went, oh shit, someone's noticed that we took a Getty images and like photoshopped the watermark out.
It'd be nice if someone watched it.
Yeah, the only person who's watched our Let's Play is you, Suzuki.
It's like, quick, replace the picture.
Oh, fuck, Terry. You don't picture a Hideo Kojima up there, mate.
Yeah, put him up instead. Oh no, it's his twin brother from the sequel. What the voice like this?
You want a candy cane, little boy? Look forward to that. I can't wait for that.
Oh, the
that?
best
You worry,
of,
I'm working on that now.
best of Shenmue 2. Yeah,
Shenmue 2,
what
we
it's
were
like.
in our prime. Although I think Bully might have been our
Yeah, I
very
feel like
best.
Bully
Bully was
a bit snappy
incredible.
though with the jokes.
Bully was incredible.
Oh, yeah, that I can't wait for.
That's like
You must wait for
pride
it though.
and joy. Is
He
that.
needs to sleep, so.
That's it. I do want to finish those 2 projects because they take
They are gonna
so
take ages.
long.
If Tom could
I wish
plan
I had
himself,
time
he
to
would just
come
have
and,
one
like,
person
do it
sleep
with
and
you,
one
but-
person.
Editing and
Yeah.
then swap the roles. Yeah.
Because you got, I go through every episode, like every second of it, and then if there's a bit I quite like, I have to go back and then cut it, and then.
Yeah, you got to think it's like every episode was almost an hour long,
Yeah.
and there was about 30 odd of
Especially
them.
Shenmue 2.
And you have to comb through them
Yeah.
probably multiple times, and then you got to find the
Yeah.
right bits, and then you mix
Yeah.
them up. And, yeah, you can imagine.
It's a long process.
It's a lot to work through.
But
It'll be
I
awesome.
remember from doing the best of the E3 streams. That
Yeah.
it's just trying to remember where the peak bits were.
I will say this though, going through the Shenmue 1 best ofs, which are up now, they were so much fun to do. I was literally, I don't know if I've ever done a project where I've been laughing hysterically while editing, ever. Like, some of the moments when I've gone back on them and forgot about some of those best moments. And yeah, because obviously I'm not going to go back and watch through like my own stuff time and time again.
No.
No, wait a minute, that's exactly what you do when you have a drink.
Sometimes.
And you have some friends around. You're like, let me load up my channel, this bit is really good.
But yeah, like, I'm not going to go through the entire Let's Play every time. But yeah, some of those moments I completely forgot about. Like that bloody bit with Goro and you came out with bum crime. Oh my god. I thought I was going to wake the house up.
Bum crime.
I thought I was going to wake the house up. You were like, oh, he's just given up a life of bum crime. I didn't expect that word, that phrase.
Combination of
Yeah.
words.
And I was sitting right over there when it was like 3 in the morning and the house was asleep and I was going, and that happened like 20 times when I was editing.
Oh, at least this one's empty.
Well, I know those best of Shenmue ones went out as I was. Well, the Shenmue stream you were doing, it was the same day we were moving.
That's right, yeah.
And didn't have internet for about a week or so, and then I just had a bit of 3G left, and I basically spent the whole 3G that I had. But the last bits of 3G I spent on those 2 best of videos, and I was watching them in the morning, and I seriously couldn't eat my cereal.
Really?
Because of it. Like, I think it was coming through my nose. And I was just sitting there going, at one point I just went, no, I've got to pause it and actually finish my cereal. Otherwise it's just going to all go back in the bowl.
Was it the same thing there where you didn't remember?
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's
Most of
the
them I
joy,
couldn't
isn't it?
remember.
Yeah.
It was just cracked me up.
Okay, so, yeah.
I've been playing games too.
Let us hear them.
I played Odin Sphere. Odin Sphere
That
was
was
amazing.
ages ago.
Yeah, but we haven't
done a podcast since then.
That's a good point. Let's just talk about all the games we've played in the last.
Well, if I've talked about everything I've played since I've moved in, then
Shush, you
Jesus
had your
Christ.
chance.
I've completed Donkey Kong Country, Super
We already did that on the last one.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. I remember.
Did I mention I finished them? Because it's important information.
Well, I finished Odin.
Oh, no.
There's the
he
hissy.
just
Who
wants
was he
somewhere to.
hissing at?
He just wants somewhere to
Everyone.
No one was looking at him.
No.
I was just like, hey, how you doing?
Whoa, how dare you?
How dare you look at me?
I played Odin Sphere. It was good. I liked the art. The story was
What?
nice
I
too.
played Odin's Sphere. It was good.
I finished Disgaea 5, the main storyline, which everybody knows that Disgaea 5 doesn't start until I beat the story, so it's not much of a brag. It was pretty good. I liked it. You know, again, good art, nice story. Nice to see it more serious than usual.
Really?
Yeah, the stories aren't usually very serious. Like they're not. Then most of it is played for laughs, but they were they went to super
Mackay
serious.
Kingdom got a bit sort of real, but then
No,
again, that's
it's not
not
part
really
of the main Disgaea. Yeah.
They kind of went like. I think the whole point of Mackay Kingdom was they were trying to be a bit more edgy, weren't they?
Yeah. Well, Disgaea 5 was great. It had the right kind of edginess and the right kind of laughter, so that was all good.
Like most of the Disgaea series, I could hear it while you were playing it, and I think I hated every character.
What, because of the voice acting or?
Because of their characters, they were
okay.
all annoying archetypes.
Oh no, Killia was quite nice.
No, he
Killia
wasn't.
was
He was
alright.
like I'm the troubled hard man.
He wasn't. No, he was actually really like.
Then you had
he
Red
used
Magnus
to
was the strong guy.
be. Yeah, the brain
And then you had
dead
the typical I'm the sexy like
Oh yeah, Seraphina was annoying. Yeah.
the sedary woman.
Put a bullet in her head.
Yeah, and then yeah.
You can't remember with any of the others, can
And
you?
there was the angel guy who was
Yeah.
like,
No, he was alright. I liked him. He was good. Everyone was.
that's how I describe him.
The bathroom window was closed and he was trying to get out of it, so I went in there. He went.
Was he just like,
Yeah, he is to me as well.
everyone's out to get me?
Pleb.
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 Anyway, yeah, so
It's also
yeah,
pleb.
that's the games that I've been playing. I also played J-Stars. I've been playing J-Stars.
Yeah,
Very good.
also
On the
play-
It's like, you know, like when you buy a fighting game, you don't necessarily buy it for the story. You just
Yeah.
buy it because you want to spend 5 minutes beating up somebody else and then you move on to better things. It's fine. It's a fine game for that. It's actually pretty good. But you know, if you're looking to play it for an hour and a half in one sitting, you probably best not.
It's
But then
got,
again, it's fighting games. So
it's
you
got
know.
some pretty interesting character choices, isn't it? Like
Yeah, so because it was
you
the
can play as the
anniversary.
squid guy from Assassination Classroom.
Oh wow.
He's more of an octopus guy, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, fair enough.
Ooh.
But yeah, he's really hard to control actually because most of his moveset is based on the fact that you're going to be dashing around and not sticking around. If you get up close and personal to him, you wipe the floor with him.
Even like the Dragon Ball choices were a bit strange.
Yeah, you got
It was
Vegeta.
like Goku, Vegeta, and Frieza.
Yeah.
those are
That's
an odd
They're
mix.
usually the
Yeah, that's
three
the
Yeah.
most popular
go
ones.
for,
Yeah, they went for the popular choices.
It's just most people wouldn't think, oh, you must
They
play
got the
Frieza.
they got the guy Toriko or Takiko or do you know the guy from the food anime? No?
Oh, no, the.
Which food anime? The one, is that the one where...
Shokugeki no Soma.
That's not the one
You just
where
make
the
words.
guy's like... That's not a anime that goes... you know the one with...
Food Wars or something it's called.
Yeah, it's called Food
Fish
Wars.
and chips. Fish and chips.
Oh, no, that's Soy Girls.
Oh.
But
No,
yeah.
it's the one by the ex-hentai artist who,
Ah.
every time they eat really nice food, all the characters do this weird sequence where all their clothes fall off and they go,
Oh, if it's the one with the really manly-looking man who's the main character, then.
No.
Do you remember I
no.
That
noticed
guy
that
used to be a
in,
hentai artist?
guess he's
Really?
do you remember I noticed that in
it's a hilarious anime. It's
Fire
quite
Emblem
good.
Heroes that happened, didn't it? One of my characters got injured and it was just an absolute porn pose. I was like, guys, there was no reason to look
No,
that
please, not in there.
excited about dying, you know?
Yeah, you can borrow it if you want, because I'm mostly finished with it. I unlocked
I
most
don't-
of
I
the
wouldn't-
characters.
I don't really like.
Not that I know much about it, but it didn't look very strong to me.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
one
I
of those
only
things
got
that
it
was
for 50
obsessed
quid.
more with One Piece, and it's just like,
Oh
shut
god,
up
yeah,
about One
really,
Piece.
really wanked off One Piece, and I hate One Piece. I don't care about pirates. God damn.
I care about pirates, but not weird cartoon.
If you don't like One Piece, just don't go to Japan.
Yeah, they like
I
One
don't get
Piece.
it because it
It's
seems
like
very kiddie to
The
me.
biggest
like,
thing
way it
in the
looks.
world there. It's
Yeah.
literally...
Maybe it's because it's a part of their
Dragon Ball's like a
culture
drop
that they
in the
didn't
ocean in
really
comparison
have. Like, you know
now.
how like
So-
Naruto is a big thing for us because we're like, ninjas, wow, we don't know what those are. Maybe they're like, you know, pirates, wow.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, well, we've
What
heard
the
of
fuck's a
them.
ninja?
We've heard of them, but it's not like
It's
you know,
exotic.
yeah, you know,
Maybe
we can
just
go
Japan
to,
pirates are exotic. I don't know.
we can fuck off and go to the Katisaki at
Compared
any
to
point,
us,
and they
where
don't
we have
have
pirates
that.
everywhere.
Yeah, there's not really any Japanese famous pirates that I can think of.
There was a couple of Chinese ones.
Captain Tanaka, obviously.
Cervantes.
I think you'll find that Spanish. Yeah, I think Tekken, I know, but he's
Tekken.
Hey, can we
No,
Soul
Soul,
Calibur.
Soul, they're all the same to me.
Shut up, I love Soul Blade.
Tom, we need to play more
That's all.
Overcooked.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Except
never
I want
play
to
Over-
kill you every time we play
Never play Overcooked with me.
He probably doesn't want to destroy your relationship. That's why he's being nice.
He builds furniture with me. Why can't he play Overcooked with me?
Maybe the building the IKEA furniture is less stressful.
No, it's not.
Yeah, we.
I was there when that happened.
Oh no, that was me.
Oh.
Yeah, when Aaron was around once, I was building a shelf in front of him, and I just went put my foot through it, and Aaron's in the
I remember
garage.
that.
Yeah, and we couldn't take it back to IKEA to get our money back. Thanks, mate. 25 quid.
Well, we could have, but we didn't.
No, we didn't have. We had to go. We had to physically
No,
go there.
we
and
had
got
to
some-
wash off the scuff marks first.
It wasn't a scuff mark; it was a boot. There was like steel
It's
toe
literally
Yeah.
cap
a
boots.
foot-shaped
and
hole in it.
I was trying to sort of basically
I don't
what I
understand
was
why.
doing was I was trying to like force this wooden peg where it shouldn't have been. And I just went, oh, I'll just give it a little.
I don't understand. Like,
The
literally,
trick
I
is,
was,
Tom, you meant to spit on it first.
Ah, yes.
I was literally 2 minutes in from having gone to
Easily
the only
smell.
shop that I knew that there was around that
Put
had
on
a
some
hammer,
slow
that sold a
music.
hammer. I spent half an hour looking for this hammer. I was 2 minutes in the door. He's like, oh, I know you got a hammer and everything.
I've got a foot. What can go?
What twat?
We'll get another one. Credit where credit's due. When we got the second one, I put it together in seconds.
So that's good
right,
then.
that's redeeming. That's alright.
I learnt my lesson.
Good thing you didn't put your
It's
foot through that.
specifically a picture of a foot, and it's just like
I'm
one
pretty
of
sure it
those
says, yeah, don't
circles
kick
with a
it.
line through it. Do not kick.
With like those weird sort of like dumb looking IKEA people. Have you seen them?
Oh yeah.
It says call the store if you've got any problems, Tom, on that thing. Oh, excuse me, I put my foot through it. Don't hang up.
Call the store if you've got any problems. Yeah, I think my wife's cheating on me.
About the furniture.
I bought one of your shells. What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, I mean,
Well, what you need to do is come in, buy a Billy bookcase, and I'll talk you through it.
she's cheating on me about the furniture. So what you're saying is I need to change up the look of the house. A bit of feng shui will save our... Thank you. And then it worked.
I like
Why
it.
is the option always buy the more expensive version?
Buy cheap, buy twice. Kick, buy twice.
It's still in the garage. I can show you the footmark.
We'll take your word for it. Holes there.
No, we're going now. We're going into the garage now. So
Do you remember what I did? I think you remember, didn't you? I went, excuse me, guys, and I went into the back garden and started beating something up. I can't remember what it was.
It was cardboard. It was the rest of the
doing
cardboard.
That's right. I just started punching this cardboard thing in the back garden for like 5 minutes.
Go back to that podcast with the glass smash. Remember that sound. That's the sound it was.
Oh, God. Where I had that thing perfectly finely balanced on my head until Tom knocked it off.
Oh yeah, it's my fault.
It was your fault.
I haven't opened it though.
Oh.
Literally punched
Why
it
am I
off my
having
head.
Come on then, come on then, come on then.
Oh, this is the Lucky Hit Descending to Bollocks podcast.
Yep.
Never any.
We had all ideas about talking about Nintendo Direct and
Yeah.
Mega Man 11
Oh.
demo, and
I see.
that will have to be so, girls. I love that. Or just not.
You
We
guys,
did a live stream. That was good enough.
Well, let's finish up on a little bit of, let's just talk about, things to come. One thing we should
In the
mention
back
is
door.
that there's been a lot of moving around
Yeah.
of Lucky Hit staff. So, future podcasts are probably going to be an affair that are going to be over...
Dischode.
Dischode.
One thing I will
Discord.
say,
Because basically, as I say, we've moved up north somewhere, but I'm down for a couple of days, so that's how we've ended up doing this podcast. But yeah, we're going to look into doing future podcasts where we are actually doing it through Discord. Or
I will
voice.
send you a link to the mixer that we got. It's 20
Oh.
quid on Amazon. But yeah, it's like 4 outputs for mics. And
Oh,
they
wow.
each have individual audio and stuff, and they
Wow.
Oh yeah,
That's the kind of thing I'd love to have
stream
for.
sounded amazing.
Yeah, and
Yeah, that's
also
the kind of thing
on
I wanna
Amazon and
get
stuff
soon.
you can get a mic on for like
Mm.
2 quid, which we got one. You affix it to your desk and then just adjust it, and then
Nice.
buy an XLR mic and a jack lead, which altogether cost me 15 quid. So the whole thing together was just under 40 quid.
Wow.
But the setup is so nice. Like
Yeah.
the sound is amazing.
Brilliant.
And it's so applicable. I can have
Yeah.
3 other mics in my room. Joe can have 4 downstairs. Rick's got one in his as well. He can have 4. You know, if we wanted to, we could have 16 mics set up
Oh,
all
you've
through
also
Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was jealous because he saw our setup and he was doing live streams with us and he was like, God, I want this. And I'm like, well,
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so-
So yeah, we're going to
Highly
look into
recommend.
this kind
It's
of
funny
thing.
you should mention that actually because like I think we're both in the process of like setting up our like wardrobes for like little recording booths.
Yeah.
I like the map pad.
The
That's
one,
the thing,
the
that's
one
where I'm coming
snag,
from, yeah.
one of the main snags with where I'm living now is it's on the main road, so you're
Yeah.
just getting that kind of like at your old place.
Yeah.
The only place I can record, like when I had to do some extra lines for that Summer of Sonic video I finished off last week, literally had to put this microphone in a cupboard under the sink. in the kitchen. It's the only place I could get good sounds.
Well, if you need to, I've got several boxes of egg cartons from Johnny Loophead here. And yeah, they work a treat.
Oh, you're going to buy like some sponge and just...
Well, not even that. I've got the actual like...
3 egg boxes.
Like literally, there's like hundreds of sheets of them.
Oh wow!
They're all upstairs. I'll show you the fucking massive box.
I throw away loads
yeah, you
of
just got
those
them
every
from work,
day.
didn't you?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
just keep
From
them.
work, yeah.
Just keep them.
Oh,
That's a
keep like egg
Keep the egg
boxes?
boxes,
Yeah.
Honestly,
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I've got a
Oh
dash.
wait, it'll take us a few months.
Like
Oh,
Sonic.
okay.
I've got a skidoo-doo. I would stick around, but you know, I got work anyway. So.
Alright.
Go and play a bit of Dragon Quest 11 and go to bed.
So again, on the thumbnail, I'm just going to make you.
And by Dragon Quest 11, you mean
This podcast is going to take a little longer.
Mr. Stork, I don't feel so good. I don't want to go.
Current memes.
Good to see you guys.
Yeah,
See you
Cheers
guys.
for coming
Take
down.
Yep.
Have you,
See you.
yeah.
yeah.
Have a good rest of
We'll
your
make sure
day.
to.
Yeah.
I'll speak to you soon.
See you soon, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
And we will visit you guys very soon.
Yes.
Whether you want
That
to
needs
or
Come
not.
on. You know you want to go to
What the hell is that?
Goodbye.
I've been once before and I love it. My cat.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Everyone's going.
Yeah.
This is.
then there are 4.
This is a very bizarre podcast.
It is weird. Oh God!
Phil just looked like the nose goblin in Thomas Don't Wear Ties just now.
Censoring things.
You know, censoring like bits that are not even shown. So.
Censoring bits that are not shown because they're being censored by the thing that's not letting you see the thing that's not being shown. Yeah. So yeah, as I was sort of saying, because it's just going to be a lot easier for us to, because the reason the podcasts have been so infrequent is just getting the time to get everyone round to do this thing. But if we can do them over the internet, imagine the technology. My God, talking across the internet.
What?
How the bloody hell does that work?
You're like in a different part of the country.
So yeah, we're gonna start having a go at that, because I've done like online podcasts with Dreamcast Junkyard a few times, so I've sort of got a rough idea how they work. So if we can get it to sound like we're all essentially in the same room when we're not, that'd be pretty cool.
I mean, I've been wanting to see our podcast reach the 100 mark for a while now. So,
Yeah,
it'd
and
be
we've
nice
done
to make
like 3 this year, maybe a
I don't
couple
even know.
last
I think we've only
year.
done 2 this year. No, I don't know.
This
One
would be
at the old
maybe-
place.
Oh, was there one?
1
Yeah.
here.
Right.
Yeah,
And
this is the
tonight.
3rd one we've done, yeah. Plus we might actually be able to do podcasts at a sensible time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not in the middle of the night when everyone's going to bed and leaving because
Well,
they're getting the last train.
On a personal level, like I need to start working during the day because this,
Yeah.
this whole thing of doing I'm a full-time parent. Like, yeah, my partner is the one who works.
Yeah.
So, you know, especially now I'm doing the school run. He's just started school as well, so it's like
Mm.
full days school, full days housework, and then at the end of the evening when everyone's gone to sleep and the house is quiet, I can think about doing stuff.
Yeah.
And you know, I have no shame in admitting that 9 times out of 10 it doesn't happen. I'm too tired.
Well, no, it's just
it just
natural.
There is a limit, you know.
Mm.
And I've been really proud of myself these last few weeks, but it's come at a cost where I've just been like,
Yeah.
I'm just so exhausted. It's a miracle I'm even awake right now. I feel so zombified. But I'm not really complaining because I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. We're so close now to being able to do stuff during the day, and I mean like all day.
Yes.
And that's what I want. You know, I just want to be able to work during the day,
Mm.
go to sleep at a normal time,
Yeah.
rinse, repeat. You know.
Yeah.
So this is it's actually a kind of it's not so much a rant. It's more of a kind of like a message of hope because I can see that it is it is nearly there. You know, it's been so many years now, but we're so close.
Anyone that is at this point of the podcast that's listening, thanks for hanging around with us despite the sort of lack of stuff for a while.
Yeah,
outside of the last couple of weeks. Cause,
no, there are a few of you, and
Yeah,
we're
we
so
do still have-
unbelievably grateful.
Yeah.
With the Count Docula live stream, there was a whole load of people which I'm not sure if they were subscribers or they've just So you for the first time, that was...
Yeah, I think some
great.
of them were friends of yours, weren't they? I think in
yeah,
some
they were
cases.
part of the Dokkan fandom.
I think one thing I've noticed is with each live stream we've done, the last 3 live streams, the concurrent viewers has gone up each time.
Yeah.
We're getting more and more people. So if we can try and keep up that pace of like a live stream a week.
I would. We're kind of in a bit of a weird dispute with our internet provider at the moment.
Oh, in
we
your
want to
case,
change.
yeah.
But I would love to do a weekly stream as well on my
Yeah,
end.
even if it's just, I don't know, just playing a game. You
Well,
know,
I've
just
actually
for-
got a couple of ideas I want to just try, even if they don't
yeah.
work. There's a series I want to do. I just got a weird feeling in my head that it might actually sort of, I don't know, like
Make
some
or
people
break.
might find it enjoyable. It's a series I want to do called Come Grind With Me, where I literally do boring grinding. But the idea is that it is boring, I'm doing it, but I'm hoping people come along and make it more fun by talking to me, you know? So that's the idea. It might not work, I might do a couple of episodes and no one cares because it's
Yeah.
so dull.
Yeah.
Or, you never know, it might be what I want, which is like some interaction to keep me going through this horrible, like things like GTA, trying to grind money
the
all
online
night,
stuff.
or, you know, leveling up on a JRPG or something. You know, just
Yeah.
the kind of stuff that usually I'll be like, I'll put it off because I just think, oh, no, not tonight. But if I know that there's a few people that might hang around and we might, you know, exchange bets and all that sort of stuff, then that would be amazing. So, yeah, I'd love to hear if
That's
anyone's...
one of my favourite things about live streams. You know, I've had a bit of trouble with, like, I still haven't got to the point where I can play a game and look at the chat. That's really hard for me.
Well, that's where
I think-
that's the sort of thing where grinding does help because you
Yeah.
are going to be looking
Yeah,
at it
yeah,
all
yeah.
the time.
I think what I've had the trouble with is either I dedicate myself to chatting to the chat and play the game terribly, or try and actually play the game and just completely forget the chat's there. It's just it's getting that balance. I think.
I've had my iPad like to the side of me, so I could like at least look at what's people are saying.
Yeah,
Is
I've
that
got like a
the
little
chat
chat.
window?
I do keep a
Yeah.
chat window next to the OBS at all
Yeah.
times, but you
It
know.
can be really difficult to...
Yeah, it's a lot of multitasking to
Yeah.
get done. Plus, I also need to find a way to get wired internet sorted because basically my internet, my modem is at the front of the house, and then you get the stairs, and then you've got the living room where I've been doing the live streams. Luckily, do you remember when we did? I think it was one of the charity live streams, and I had to buy that massive phone cable. Really huge one.
yeah.
I still had it. I'm so glad I did because basically what I've been doing is plugging it in and then running it through the house
Yeah.
to the laptop to do live streams.
You definitely
And that way I'll
want
get
to-
the full back in there.
You really want a wide connection, yeah.
Mm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I could do with that here, actually, because...
Really, I need to get
I
one
need
of
one that can
those.
go
What I
right
want
around.
to get is one of those little what are they?
Power
The things you
lines?
plug. Yeah, the power link things where you plug them in the wall and it's just got little phone sockets, so it sort of extends it out.
Yeah.
That's what I've got up in my room.
Mm.
Literally, it's right by my foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the wires are going to my Xbox, my PS4. Switch.
Yeah, that's what I want to get. Yeah.
Nice.
Once I get one of those set up, and I think for the live, even just for the live streams, I want, because obviously you've got lighting and stuff like that here. I want to get some of that for up there as well. Even for the live streams, just have one light on so
Go
it
for
just
it.
looks better.
Yeah.
And then maybe
Got
try and
the
get a better, yeah, maybe get a webcam as well.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
a nicer
absolutely.
webcam. Because the
Well,
one,
well, if you
because at the
remember-
moment I'm using the one in the laptop, and it's not. It's not terrible quality,
Yeah.
but when you put it full screen, you can see it's really grainy.
Yeah.
Plus, every time I type on the keyboard, it wiggles the screen slightly. So if you watch the Sonic Fan Games one, you'll see me type in a game in or something, and the screen just wiggles.
That's the only thing that's missing from my streaming setup. A
Yeah.
decent webcam.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the one I've got was basically a £25 HP one, which does 720p,
Yeah.
but
The problem with a lot of the webcams is they say they're HD, but what they don't tell you is it's shit picture anyway.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, it's HD, but it looks like crap.
and I've got my lighting sorted now. I've got a green screen behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Just need the camera to be up to scratch, and then yeah,
Yeah.
good
It
to
is
go.
looking good so far, though, from
Yeah.
what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to do that on mine. Have like me in the corner, but at my current setup indoors, I can't do that
No.
because you won't be able to see, obviously, on this podcast. But I've got essentially like a little. Imagine a cupboard under the stairs without the sort of cupboard wall.
Yeah.
It's just like a little.
Essentially, your computer desk is under the
I
stairs.
mean, seriously, the
Ooh.
amount of times I've smashed my head on that,
I can
on
imagine.
that ceiling. I think it was just earlier. I leant back after doing a bit of like editing. I just went
Yeah, them 2 loft rooms upstairs, they've got like low bits like that as well. And the first week I was there, I must have bashed my head on that about 4 times.
But I mean, it works. It's functional, but yeah, it's kind of a pain in the ass.
That's the other thing I want to do. I want to figure out how to capture retro games and still have them running, like split it so it still runs to the CRT.
Yeah.
And then I want to just be able to sit upstairs and live stream like old Saturn games or something, just random nights and just play whatever.
So it feels pretty good because like quite a lot of last year and the start of this year, the channel's been very thin on the ground. Like I haven't been able to do like anything.
Well, you had that move earlier in the year.
Yeah,
So that
I think we did mention on the last podcast, didn't we? Where I've had to move to like a whole new area and.
No, I've just done the same thing.
Yeah, so it's been a very hectic year for everyone. So yeah, it's weird how like years work in themes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because like this year it just seems the main theme seems to be like change.
Yeah.
Well, at least things are getting there now.
Refreshing.
Yeah.
We're finally seeing.
There's
like,
so much hope now. I mean, just
Yeah.
look at the sudden influx of videos coming out. That's just simply because things have. We've persevered long enough to be able to.
I just really want to get to
done.
the point where I can like fully edit some videos because I've got like a massive backlog. I finished off that Summer of Sonic video because it was already about more than half done.
Yeah.
So it was just a case of adding some lines, cutting. The main problem with that video I had was the reason it got put off for 2 years was because I thought all the concert stuff was just like scrambled, like the audio was scrambled. But luckily it was only... I actually sat and watched all of it in the editor and it turned out it was only like 30-second chunks of the first like 10, maybe 5 minutes. And then the rest of it was fine.
Really?
And then it was just a case of cutting all that down, finding... I was really harsh with what I put in. I just put the absolute best favourite bits. Just I didn't put every song in there or anything.
I wonder
like
how that happened.
It was that camera... That stills camera,
oh,
the one
yeah.
the stills camera. If you record for too long at 1080p on it, for some reason it like the compression or like the speed of the SD card has to be really high. Otherwise, it goes out of sync and then it tries to catch up, and the audio just like goes and like catches up, and then it goes back in sync again, and then it slowly goes out of sync again, and then it starts. But if you do like 1 minute videos with it, it's fine.
Yeah.
You just got to remember to stop and start.
Now I remember, we
it's
had
weird.
that problem quite a lot.
Yeah. Oh god.
Well, I've got the similar thing. I've got this laptop that's full of these like half-edited projects. Like I've got, there's always a little story behind each one.
every little.
When you go into it, it just sounds like you're piling up excuses, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
The fact of the matter is, a lot of it is down to the fact I'm either very lazy or very unorganised. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, a lot of them in my case, like I'll start putting the footage in there, and I realise I've got like, I've got this 1 day's worth of footage, and it's like, I've got 2 hours worth of footage to get through. And then some of it, and again, like another one I want to start working on, that's also got bits that randomly scrambled audio. It's like, just like...
the thing is, I've thought about it a lot, and I don't think it's that embarrassing to put out stuff that's like in the archives. Because to me it's more embarrassing to have put the effort in to film it and start editing it and then just abandon it. I'd rather get it done like now than just leave it forever, because that would just annoy me. That would play on my mind forever.
Yeah, because there's some really good footage in some of those. That Summer of Sonic one, the main reason I wanted to get out was there's just so many good clips.
There were some really good like comedy moments.
Yeah.
I'll never forget Robotnik with a sandwich.
Yeah, I love him. He was great. So yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, so there's plenty in the archive series of stuff like. Even at the start of this year, there was that Monster Hunter event, and that was when. Do you remember? It was like only like I think it was that week we heard of that. We had to move and things became really like hectic.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to get that done. There was a really cool Monster Hunter event we went to in January.
The launch, wasn't it?
Was it January or February?
It was January.
Yeah. And that was just after EAG, so we were busy on that. And then I had to basically put all my attention into desperately house hunting before we became homeless.
Yeah.
And yeah, that just got buried, but I don't want to lose it, and I would definitely want to do it by the end of this year. Just make this video.
Yeah.
And there's loads of reviews of like stuff that's been like either half done or like I now have trouble capping because my computer melted. It's like I make this joke quite often, but I honestly think it's true. I think we were cursed from the beginning because we put luck in our name.
Yeah, it's my fault. I had to pick Lucky Hit, didn't I?
Yeah,
It's the Lucky Hit.
it was your
curse.
suggestion, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's what the problem is. We've got the word
curse.
luck in our name, and
the
that's why
curse.
we never have any. Because we've had technical issues up the wazoo from day one,
Yep, pretty much.
and then even
All kinds
beyond
of
that,
stuff.
there's just like all the other bloody. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong. And, because we're called Lucky Hit, that goes double.
2015 wasn't a bad year though.
That was our magnum opus, 2015. Everything just sort of worked that year, and then
Yeah.
it went downhill 16 and 17, and 18's picking up again. I think.
Yeah.
I do think so.
Yeah.
I mean, wasn't this the year we finally reached 2,000 subscribers as well? After we were just like dangling on the edge for so long.
Yeah.
And then it went down because
Yeah.
all the deleted accounts went away, and then all of a sudden, whoop,
Back up
we
again.
made it.
Lately, that's been annoying me as well, but it's actually improved now. But for a little while, it's like I was putting all these videos out and I was really working my ass off, and then I saw that we were losing subscribers. I thought, oh come on! Well, yeah, it's gone back up now.
Yeah, it always does that.
Yeah, it sort of fluctuates, but it is on. Our channel is growing, but it's so painfully slow.
I think that we're getting recognised here and there. So like when I went to Arcade Club,
Yeah.
Andy Palmer, the owner of there, he said he knows us, and when I went to Hyper Japan, someone actually recognised me. So
From Lucky Hit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
that's,
like-
That's so cool.
that is really neat, actually.
so we are out there. We're getting there, and yeah.
Well, that's the thing,
Plus-
like, we get personal recognition a lot more than we do any recognition on, like, the actual social media platforms, you know? Like,
Yes,
the
that
amount of
makes
times
sense,
we've
yeah.
gone to places and people have sort of known us, so it's weird.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
we're
that's
so
it.
small time, it is weird. Like, it
Yeah.
is genuinely, like, scary. My favourite one was Summer Sonic, when we were trying to get in the queue to play Sonic Mania demo,
Mm.
and the guy went, "Oh, I can't let you in. You guys are lucky here." And we were like, "Oh," we had a good chat with him for like 5 minutes, and he went, "Yeah, I still can't let you in." But it's the fact he went, "I can't let you in, but I know you guys." That was hilarious.
Yeah. I remember that now.
And then there was the other way round, with your friend Ben from Ubisoft, who you met
Oh,
from
yeah,
the
yeah.
competition.
Oh, Ben Talbot.
Yeah, do you remember when we met him in EGX and he just went, "Cut the line," and he got us in on the Assassin's Creed really quick, didn't he? He just lifted the rope. It was like something out of a film. You know, when you get let into the club. He just went, "Oh, in you go." It's like, wow.
You peasants can wait. These guys going in.
And, oh, it's
Rooster
weird.
Teeth, who even are you? Go away.
Rooster what? Like, I've been thinking a lot lately about like just trying to keep going. Sometimes it gets really bloody hard.
Yeah.
But then you do remember, like, we don't get it often because, again, we are so small. We never forget that. We are very, very small, even though we've been at it for so
It's
long.
very small.
We're tiny people. I've always been overly humble. Every so often you just get these really lovely little emails from people.
Mm.
We've got about 3 or 4 people that are just so unbelievably supportive.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Makes it all worth it, really.
it really does. It just
Yeah.
thinks, oh, you know, we've reached out to someone else. And what you got to remember as well is, first and foremost, is we do it for us as well. Because,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've been getting really, really just angry lately at this trend of all these new YouTubers. And you see the way they talk about the content they create, and you know that they only want fame. They don't actually care about what they put out. Yeah, like if you ask, so it's like you know what I'm talking about. If you if you ask them, if you come up to a YouTube, if someone says to you, "I'm a YouTuber," if you say to them, "Oh, what kind of videos do you create?" If the answer is, "Oh, anything really," fuck off. Basically, no. The thing is, you got to have a focus, you know, and these people that just look up what's currently trending and then make a
and
Piss
then
poor
just do the
video on
same
it.
thing.
Clearly, all you want is, I want to be famous. Well, I'm sorry, but it's 2018. You're too late if you want to become YouTube famous.
Yeah.
You're way too late. You know.
You got to do it. You
You
got
have
to
to
do
have a-
something you actually.
You've got to have a focus,
Yeah,
and you've got to actually
passion.
care about it. And first and foremost, you got to do it because you want to do it, not
Yeah.
because you think you want to become an influencer.
Yeah.
It's just it's not the age for that kind of stuff. You need to if you want to do it, it's because you want to do it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that's kept us going. We've been going for 6 years, and I think we've done pretty well actually, just through making good contacts and just keep making the content. But we make it because we want to do it.
Yeah.
I love looking back at some of my old videos, as
Yeah.
we just mentioned earlier. I've been cutting them together, and that's what you got to do.
Well, we had that Super Mario Maker launch party. That
Love
was
that
3 years.
video.
Yeah, that was 3
Yeah.
years ago this week, and that was a great video from
Yeah.
a great event. So we are getting to those sort of events. They don't happen that often, but
One thing
it
I've
is
got to
great
think
that it does.
about now is because we're up sort of Midlands area, we can sort of cover more ground now as
I
well.
was thinking that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we can.
If only there was a certain event in the Midlands coming up soon that someone could cover some coverage for.
How soon is that?
Next weekend.
Oh God,
Oh.
yes.
We
We are talking about
yeah.
EGX, are we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to make that pilgrimage yet again.
Oh, I really,
Don't worry,
I say it every year now, but I really don't want to miss it again. But
Yeah.
It's next week.
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
Yeah,
a bit
no,
too
no,
soon
yeah,
for-
it's too soon for me.
It's because we
as
got
well.
this horrible situation where we were getting press passes, but they've because they were giving too many away in the past, and they've really clamped down on it,
You're
and
probably
we
getting
just
too
don't
many
quite
channels, yeah.
measure up to like
Yeah.
the sort of 10,000
Well, that's the funny
subscriber
thing.
mark or whatever.
As I worked there, pretty much 50% of all attendees had the press pass
Yeah.
wristbands on. So I thought, how are they doing this? But yeah, but hopefully,
They've clamped down on it well and truly now. So
Yeah.
I mean that's kind of a good thing, but
Yeah.
unfortunately it's stung us for the last 3 years, I think.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
2015,
It's
like I
pretty-
said earlier, yeah, that was the
Yeah.
good year. And
And that's the thing, we need that press pass because again we don't really make money off of what we do, so
No.
it all comes out of our own pocket, and we all got to have our own jobs and stuff now, especially
Yeah.
with there's like houses to pay for and stuff.
Yeah.
And we can't afford like that. 2015, that was the year that we had to bend over backwards to get the money for that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Because the thing about when you apply for press passes is you only get 2 of them for each channel.
Yeah.
And
so
we had
ended
about
up
4
halving-
of us. Yeah. It was really expensive.
Yeah.
There's no way we can continue to do that
No.
now, basically.
No.
So, yeah, either we get the press passes or we have to
But
really...
I do want to get to a point now where if there's like events that are within a distance that we can get to up there that you can't get to, then we can still go up
Absolutely,
there and
yeah.
try and cover it if we can as well.
Basically, yeah, it's like it's looking really, for the first time in a long while, especially for me personally, things are looking really quite positive now. I'm really quite personally proud of being able to just get stuff out again. It's been so long,
Yeah.
I've been able to do like 2, I mean they're not massive series, but they're sort of like mini Let's Play series of about 4 or 6 episodes each.
Yeah.
And we recorded that a little while ago, but it just took me a while to get them out. So I was a bit slow on that, but I'm working on reviews again as well, and I've been missing doing those for years. Like literally, I really enjoy doing reviews. It's just a lot of work,
Yeah.
It kind of annoys me because I see other people doing reviews, and you can tell they're trying to do them quickly because the footage is always from the early game, and they base the whole experience based on these couple of levels. And I don't like doing that. I like to play through most of the game, not all of it necessarily,
Yeah.
but most of it.
Yeah.
And so it kind of annoys me because sometimes if I'm not sure about a game, it's not for plagiarism purposes, but I like to see what other people have sort of said about it as a a kind of reference point.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the most recent games I've noticed that a lot of people are really harsh about this particular game. I'm not going to mention it because I'm literally working on it right now. It's not the one I talked about earlier.
Oh.
But I was watching. I saw about 2 or 3 different reviews, and they were just really coming down. I thought too hard on a game that's actually quite charming in its own way. It has very big flaws, but and I'm going to mention those flaws. But I don't know. Sometimes there's a consensus where I think people might do the same thing that I do, where they look at other reviews, but they end up basing their review on that, and it turns into a big echo chamber.
Yeah, I get you.
And that kind of annoys me because there's a lot of negativity in gaming, reviews and just. I think we were talking about it earlier, weren't we?
Yeah.
It seems to be like a little trend. It's like there has to be as angry as possible to play. It's just
I thought we got over that, but it seems to be having a resurgence, doesn't it? People that just go crazy, negative with it, and it's come on, guys.
Well, if you're this negative about your hobby, maybe you should have a reconsider about what you spend your time on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, this game's so bad, I'm getting so angry. Stop playing it. Move on.
Damn. No, I've got to go on a personal crusade against the developer.
I have to do a 2-hour analysis of why every little inch of this is annoying. So, you really don't. You really don't.
Let's go frame
Why
by
this
frame.
thing is wrong. You always see those videos in related videos.
And they're always
why
really
is this wrong?
popular as well.
Everything wrong with this.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Or before you buy. That's the other trend I keep
Oh,
seeing.
yeah.
I've seen I haven't seen the episode of the Shenmue one, but I saw that there is one out there, and I've just thought I'm not even going to give them the satisfaction of watching it.
I think with all that, I think we should probably wrap up.
I think so too. Yeah.
It's been a bit of a trek this podcast.
It's been a weird one, but it's been a while, and it's been good to have another proper chat for the first time in a while. Nice little chinwag.
Yeah, nice little chinwag. Cup of tea and a chinwag.
But next time it's going to be cup of tea, chinwag online.
Yeah, that's going to be
Yeah.
interesting.
Possibly.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you've gotten this far, thank you very much, because bloody hell. I do sometimes wonder, if anyone ever gets this far into a podcast, or if they've already gone, oh, for God's sake, just run off. Yeah, so I've been the Gagaman.
I've been Murry Curry.
I've been Cherry Terrier.
No, I've been Andrew.
I've
We've had
I've been-
FlattheYounger, the
Thank you, Star.
ShelvedGamer, 5CM Prince as well, but they've all gone off
Yes.
to do their thing.
See ya! Bye!
Love
Good
you.
night. Manchester.
Manchester.